Seeing Ryan Monaghan walk towards us as well. He'd love them to go at least another week. Give his an opportunity to get back into the side. Fraser O'Gorman's the other one that's sidelined at the moment for the Tigers, who would like to be able to get back, they'd see his team go back into a preliminary final next week. Plays in position. A little interesting matchup here, the Mitch Burgess-McQuay matchup.
Yeah, bit of speed out there, isn't there?
There is.
On the outside.
So here we go. First quarter, thanks to Geelong Bank. Jason Doherty get us underway.
Trent West straight down to Marcus Thompson for Leopold and straight towards forward 50. Coming out, Giddings tried to give the handball away to Riley Stone at the front of the pack. I don't know whether he's going to be able to keep it in. McQuay comes across, puts the tackle on to make sure he is over the line, and we will have a boundary throw in. Left half forward for the Polders. So quick start from West in the middle, straight down to the Matheson medal favourite. Zai Bell from the ruck contest for Colac gets the handball towards Smart, doesn't take it. Burgess, his opposite number 4, got the handball outboard towards you-know-who, the piano tuner, Logan Wagner, but it's off his hands and out of bounds, and we'll have another boundary throw-in at left half forward for Leopold.
Josh Garner started forward this week, Kirsch.
He has, and that probably with McCormack going back gives them that luxury or that flexibility to do so.
West wins a tap now, and Wagner does the roving. He sends a kick in towards the right forward pocket. Sheen leads a foot race out there in front of McCormack, shrugs him off. Handball back to the voice of Giddings. Giddings took it on the half volley, wrapped up in a really good tackle, going nowhere. It was taken by the much smaller Hawker. And we'll get a ball up in the right forward pocket, northern end of the ground. Minute and a quarter played, Port Phillip Ferry's time clock. Umpire puts it into the air. Giddings got up, won the tap down, but Zybel actually did the roving after competing for the ruck contest. Ball spilled out, and Thompson, whose hair is just starting to go a little bit more salt and pepper than it was at the start of the season. Ball up right forward pocket, Leopold in attack.
Zybel with a big thump down towards Hawker, who can't keep it in boundary line, and 50 around from the Leopold goal. We're going to have another boundary throw in. What have you picked up, Kirsch?
Nah, just Thompson-Garner matchup. Hillman on cross, and just watching where Noffy goes. He's actually just sort of swinging because I think they're trying to play a little bit of a negative role on Noffy for his intercept marking.
Ball back towards the middle now for Colac, but getting across there is Jennings for Leopold. He can't take the ball, and he actually got Bailey Scott high. So Scott's going to switch the ball to McQuay, who gives the handball away to the co-coach. Lang goes towards Smart at half forward. Off his hand through the middle. Handball was good back to Lang. Came from Dustin Walrus. Inside 50, Josh Garner. Trent Thompson comes out. He drops the mark. And at the back, Josh Garner coming in. Brother Adams there as well. They wrap Thompson up, and I think that's going to be a good response for Leopold because they're in a bit of trouble there after Trent Thompson dropped the footy. And we'll have a ball up 20 out from the Colac goal.
Ball into the air. West and Adam Garner doing the ruck work. Noffy did the roving. A dump by Adam Garner about 30 metres out from goal. And we'll get a ball up. Noffy just slow to his feet, getting to them now. And this is what Colac want. Repeat inside 50 stoppages. Tap down West into the corridor. It's going to be a free kick for a hold, and it's going to go to Wagner, who is being held on to. And he'll take the free kick. He's been racking up the footy, Logan Wagner. 29 touches, 7 clearances and a goal in last week's elimination final win over Newtown and Chilwell.
His back end of the season, King, he's been extraordinary. If you look through his data, he's been absolutely brilliant.
Expect him to poll well in the Matheson late. Short kick onto the chest of Ollie Tate, who marks. Tate was big last week with 35 touches and the Leopold Sporties Player of the Day award. He wants the corridor. It's a long ball. He's looking for the marking target. He finds it. Jennings, that's a good grab. Middle of West Oval, he takes it for the Lions. He can send it wide to the run of Thompson, who's got off the chain, puts it into his path, runs to 45, pulls a kick top of the square. McQuay read it best off the boot. Took the mark for the Tigers, streams away with a left foot kick.
Goes the other way and then finds Jack Malikan at defensive 50. They want to try and slingshot out the back. They do. Josh Garner takes it. The Tigers, they handball it away to Darcy Lang. He rolls past on the left foot. Inside 50. Zybel to go up. Also Adam Garner splits the pack but leaves the ball. West gets a clearing kick for Leopold. Back towards Marcus Thompson, and he takes the mark on centre wing on the outer side.
Gee, the ball's pinging at the moment, Kirsch, for the Sporting Globe.
It is, and Marcus Thompson is getting a lot of ball on the outside uncontested, which is not really his go, but he's absolutely brought his own footy on the outside at the moment.
Well, they turned it over, Leopold. They tried a 1-2 with he and Justin. It didn't work out. Now Thompson, I reckon, is giving away a free kick. Jared Walters might take it below the knees contact, and it'll go to Walters. His short kick barely went 15. Lang took the mark, then went to give off a handball, but decided just to hold it back for the moment. Got the long sleeves on the former Cat and Blue. Ball inside forward 50. What's he got? Looking for a marking target. Fisted away by Noffy from Josh Garner. Or was it Dustin Walters? In fact, he knocked it away from Noffy. Took the loose footy. Brought to ground, ball up. About 40 out. In fact, he's been paid... What's he been paid?
That was over the shoulder.
Over the shoulder. Okay, free kick. I didn't see the... I just heard the whistle, didn't see the signal. Kick to the wing, not a great kick, and stretching and marking. Ben McCarthy back for Colac. Short. Scott, 53 from goal, lowered the eyes, went looking for Dustin Walters. Good spoil by Noffy. Ball at ground level. Trent Thompson's over the top of it. Ball not coming out. Umpire says, give it to me. I will ball it up. 35 out from the Colac goal. They attack the southern end, maybe into the breeze in this opening quarter that's gone 5.5 minutes on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock.
West gets it down, side of the pack. Maybaum's there. Scott spins out, gives it away. Over the top, Dustin Walters in the left forward pocket, turns around on the right foot, kicks the goal. So great start, Colac. Good pressure forward, and Dustin Walters puts his first on the board, first for the Tigers. And they go to 1 straight 6. They lead Leopold. Yet to score, Geelong Bank. K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard, and the experts share thanks to the Sporting Globe, Geelong's home of the finals. Matt Kershaw.
Well, we know how good Colac are on the outside of any contest. Their spread's good, their run's good, their carry's good. And what they did then, Leopold were really stationary. They were pedestrian at that stoppage, and Colac got to the outside way too easy and a little handball over the top. Walters is doing that little roll on Noffy. Noffy was very, when I'll use that word again, pedestrian-like. He just stood there and watched. Walters was gone. So that's the role that Walters is playing on Noffy. You see they want him to kick it, Noffy. He kicked it, turned it back over, and it was a repeat inside forward 50.
Back in the middle, umpire puts it into the air. Climbing high, Zybell, but the tap down one by West. Maybaum, good tackle. Lang can't release, holding the ball is the decision. And Lang wins the free kick. Handball off to Spokes. Spokes fires a handball to Gorwell. Gorwell, 70 from home, just checks his kick. Not a good one. Kicked it straight to Tev Noffy. Noffy goes short. It's a bullet. Didn't go 15. Justin had to give it back quickly by hand to Noffy. Noffy gave it to Tate. Tate back of the centre circles, fires it forward. Maybaum gave it off to Sam Scott. Long ball inside forward 50 for the Lions. Heading towards the goal square. Back with the flight. Sheehan. Was it touched? Yes. Sheehan back with the flight. Might have been better to try and shepherd it through. So a long behind there for Scott. One behind Leopold. Their first score comes at the 7-minute mark. Colac 1 straight 6 opening quarter. Geelong Bank scoreboard.
McCormack kicks it back into Malikan in the back pocket for the Tigers. Coming along broadcast side towards Zybell. Right next to him, Trent West. Comes back to Zybell though. He's had a great season. Handball over the top. They get it free again. Along the boundary line, Hawker goes towards Smart over his head. Coming out at Trent Thompson. He's going to meet it. He leaves the ball behind though. Garner comes across and also the pitcher. And he's wheeled over the boundary line by Kane Smart, right in front of the best seats in the house. Thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. We're going to have a boundary thrown at right half forward.
Fresh 2 on Kane Smart. Welcome to those watching through AFL Barwin's live stream. Hope you enjoy the call. Carrock 955 and carrockfootball.live. Boundary throw in. Zybell from behind on the tap down. Gorwell under pressure from Tate, trying to pick up the footy. Now he just fists it forward 15 metres, inside forward 50. Williamson first there, taken high by Dustin Walters. He wins the free kick.
Even umpire Doherty, they couldn't have got that wrong.
Williamson short to Thompson, didn't go 15 according to the umpire, so has to kick quickly towards Maybaum, who flies off the front of the pack. Noffy fumbled, handball release over the top, trying to get Reynoldson out, couldn't take it, but Noffy could. He got dumped in a really good tackle by Spokes, and we'll get a ball up at the interchange gates.
There's some real intent, Kirsch, isn't there, from Colac about the tackle pressure?
100%, and this is a different Colac than we've seen the last couple of weeks for sure.
So West gets it down to Maybaum, who's standing right next to him in the ruck contest. Lang comes across, McQuay helps him out, and there's going to be a ball up on centre wing again.
And we've spoken about their contested ball, ranked 12th in the competition. That doesn't matter on finals day. You've got to be contested and you've got to bring the heat.
Off the ruckman's hands, Zybell and West, they're right next to the boundary line. So boundary umpire with a bit of work to do right on centre wing for a throw in for both ruckmen who've worked their way back. And will come in now, West in front. Short boundary throw, and he gets a hand to it. Falls to Zybell in the end. He just hammers the handball forward towards Walters. Coming at it also across there was Scott for Leopold. That's off Tev Noffy's foot. And we're going to have a free kick straight away. Aaron Walters is going to take it for Colac.
Sam Scott's got up sore. Keep an eye on that, Birchie. For St John of God, kick inside 50. Spoiled Trent Thompson from Adam Garner. Reynolds in the loose footy. Gave it to Jennings. Oh, Wagner wanted to get a handball release on too quickly. Turned it over to McQuay. He gave a handball to Gorwell, who under pressure kicked it straight to Pepper. Pepper a driving ball in the mark. Sheehan, that's a good, strong Hamlin hanger in a one-on-one against McCormack. He'll quickly play on. Kicks on his non-preferred left. A bouncing ball into the path of Patton. Fumbled at his bootlaces. Then socketed it to the man coming off the bench. K-Rock's own Matthews, but he couldn't take it. Now the kick around the corner. Scott just out on the full it went over the head of the diminutive Jamison. Any taller player would have got their hands on it, but he got the shortest man on the ground in Rani Jamison, and it was out of bounds for a free kick to Leopold. Pitcher to take it at true centre wing.
Plays on now, Pitcher, gets onto his right foot, goes towards centre for a great kick to the piano tuner. 60 from goal, plays on quickly, drills it straight towards Mitchie, can't take it off the back, Lockie Simpkin. And he goes with the kick dangerously. Scott can't take the mark, held on to Reynoldson right next to him. Holds him up at 54 Leopold. They can't keep this up, can they, both teams? Kirsch, they're going at it, hammer and tong here.
They'll be pretty knackered by half-time, I reckon.
I think that's the technical term for it. The ball, Maybaum, out to the piano tuner. Left foot kick towards the top of the square. Patton off hands, goes through a couple. Sheehan, the Undertaker, can't pick it up. McQuay can't. Desnoy does to Maybaum. Off a step, 40 from goal to the pocket. Coming out quickly was Giddings. He can't take it. Simpkin in front of him for Colac. Gets it towards Parkhouse, and it's out of bounds for a throw in. About 40 around from the Leopold goal. They're one behind. Trail Colac, one straight 6, and we've played 11 minutes first term Port Phillip Ferry's time clock.
Feels like we've gone 3 quarters. Just, it's been frenetic.
Well, it's a different pace to yesterday's game. That's probably why we're noticing such a frenetic outside game. Yesterday's was the opposite.
From the boundary throw-in, the ball got over the top of the ruckman. It was picked up by Cooper Hayes, and he got brought down in a tackle by Desnoy of Leopold. We'll get a ball up right on 50 lines in attack. Cybell got rid of West, grabbed it out of the ruck, and then jammed to kick up the chimney to the outer wing. Big spoil Noffy, but he knocked it straight into the path of Scott. Scott's kick on the bounce is a rolling ball, attacked by Jennings. Try to keep it in front of himself. And now chance, though, for Hillman. He lost it. Aaron Walters on the outside to Scott. He can tuck it under the arm. Looks at his options inside 50. Oh, and it's a poor kick. He wanted Adam Garner, but just overshot it. And Trent Thompson said, thanks very much. He's kicked wide. Desnoy will have to wait for it to bounce. Coming the other way, nearly knocked away from him by Hewlin. Burgess fumbled at the inopportune time. Hayes stole it from his grasp. Oh, wonderful tackle laid by Burgess. Oh, that's hurt his head, I reckon, that tackle. Just keep an eye on Hayes. Medical staff going to him. Clearing kick for Leopold. Marked by Walters. He might be in a bit of trouble here, Cooper Hayes, in that tackle of Burgess. Head really hit hard on the West Oval deck.
They've got to stop the play here because all the trainers
come straight back to him. Yeah, and well, that's a bit too late because
way too late.
Why didn't they stop it on centre wing when he had the ball? Cooper Hayes and Wade McSparrow nearly got it in the head.
So the ball's going to come back to where the kicks come from. But right now, the concern is for Cooper Hayes, who
he's in trouble.
He's in la-la land. He's really battling there. There was nothing untoward in the tackle. It's just his head has hit at the wrong angle on the ground, and it's taken the full force, the youngster. And I suspect that we won't see him again this afternoon for St John of God. They're bringing him from the ground. Birchie just stay in touch with Colac. Or the kick overshot there. So they're actually going to win the footy here, Leopold. Maybaum takes it. Handball release. Tate goes wide. Giddings in a one-on-one with Parkhouse. Took the mark. Handball feed. Wagner will run to 40. He'll run to 30. He'll steady. And he will miss.
Oh, wow.
Gilt-edged opportunity. Although it's going to come back. He's going to have another shot. Was there anything in it?
No, there was not.
Dealt with after he kicked, I think, by Melican.
Yep.
And it'll come back. And Logan Wagner, after blowing a golden chance, is going to be given another opportunity after being dealt with after the kick.
Oh, he got touched, but he certainly played. Well, he made it more noticeable than what it was.
Birchie will come to you in a moment. Actually, we'll come to you now. Update, please, on Cooper Hayes. What have you got for us?
Yeah, he's very wobbly on his feet, and that real sign that he was just holding his head throughout that whole time when he was coming off the ground is a real concern.
Listen, John of God, here's Wagner, 30 out. Can he make better this time? He does. And then they go to McCormack. It may have been, was it McCormack or Melican who gave away the free kick?
I thought it was Melican. Yeah.
Well, they've gone to McCormack afterwards. Anyway, Wagner's kicked the goal. 12th of the season for him, playing game 97 this afternoon for the Polders. And on the first quarter, K-Rock Geelong Bank scoreboard. Geelong Bank's 1-2 home loan, 1% less for 2 years. Leopold 1-1-7. Lead Colac 1 straight 6 as we've gone 14 minutes.
What we have seen the last couple of weeks is the way, and the game we didn't see round 18 against South Barwon, is Rowan McSparron was not happy with their ball movement and their execution of skill, and that's what that was there. A turnover in the corridor after that stoppage of play, and they just turned the ball over and gave it back, and they got him on the outside, Leopold, for an easy goal.
Zybell and West in the ruck contest. Zybell got it down Maybaum, though, got the clearing kick for Leopold. Towards Giddings, it comes out and takes the mark against Parkhouse. And he'll have a set shot for goal from 50 out directly in front.
That's good signs for Leopold because their bigs are taking marks. Sheehan, Giddings, they're getting on the end of it, they're taking their marks.
I reckon he kicked one from distance in the semi last year to this end of the ground.
He can kick goals, especially after sirens as well.
Correct.
He's pretty
Under
good at
pressure
that.
Anyway.
So Connor Giddings, Northern End.
Parkhouse just got to get a bit more body. We've seen the last 2 weeks.
Separation there, wasn't
too much
there?
separation with Parkhouse. He missed one on the outer side and he missed one there.
Comes in to make it 2 in a minute for Leopold. He's directly in front, northern end of the ground. Comes in now, gives it everything, and has pushed it to the near side and has pushed it just for a behind. So they go to 1-2-8 now, Leopold. They lead Colac 1 straight 6. Geelong Bank K-Rock first quarter scoreboard. Geelong Bank's 1-2 home loan, 1% less for 2 years.
Simpkin short into the right back pocket to McCormack for Colac, but a long way from home at the northern end of the ground. We look to keep it broadcast side. Zybell is his target. Parkhouse there as well. Noffy comes from 5 deep, got his hands on the footy, but couldn't complete the mark. Front of the pack numbers, including Walters. That's Dusty laying a tackle on Noffy, and that's holding the ball for dragging it in, according to the umpire, against Tev Noffy. And Dustin Walters will take the resultant free kick at right half back for Colac.
He's had some angry pills today, Dustin Walters.
Short onto the chest of Jared Walters. He gives a handball off to McCormack. True centre half back. McCormack sees something he likes on the outer wing and they'll look to build through Simpkin. Simpkin on true centre wing now sends it onto the chest of Gorwell. Left half forward. Good build up here from the Tigers, but it's just kick inside 50 that's key. Sends it long. Garner his target. Got rid of Trent Thompson but paid the mark. No, a push. Trent Thompson set himself at the front, took the contact, and the free kick against Adam Garner. Trent Thompson to take it for the Polders, and he's kicked to centre half back. He's well weighted for Jennings.
Jennings takes the mark, plays on quickly, gives it to K-Rock zone on the outboard. Jet Matthews, even his mum doesn't want to have dinner with him. Goes over the top. We'll get to that story shortly. Goes towards Giddings. He's on well, that was a terrible kick off the boot from left half forward, but it fell into the arms of Mitch Patton. Jack Malikan wasn't ready for it. It was a real helicopter sort of style. But it fell into the arms of Mitch Patton, and he'll have a set shot for goal from 25 out, 45-degree angle.
You can't defend that, Kirsch.
No, you can't. You've just got to, well, you can't allow your opponent to be in front, I suppose, at the goal face. But, difference is Jet Matthews, he's not the greatest user of the ball, but he hit a nice target coming out of half back. They had the run and carry. They looked really good coming out of their back half, Leopold.
Mitchie for Leopold second. Gee whiz. I think he put his hand up as he was actually kicking the ball.
He did.
For the goal. So he puts his first on the board this afternoon. And Leopold go to 2-2-14. They lead Colac 1 straight 6 to Geelong Bank K-Rock. First quarter scoreboard.
I would argue there's no one better in the competition that's celebrating and enjoys a goal more than Mitchie Patton.
Correct.
Yeah, I agree.
He is the best celebrator. I'd like to see a bit of variety, though. We sort of see the same thing from him each week.
Yeah, if he's going to kick that many goals, have some other
Have a top five.
A repartee.
Pull out what you need to every now and then.
Yeah, nice.
Brent Jarks was a good celebrator.
He was, yeah, absolutely, yep.
Well, still is.
Still
at Thompson,
is,
but at North Shore,
he
kicks some, and he used to very much enjoy kicking those. Giddings to do the ruck work, and he won the tap against Zybell at ground level. Scott wrapped up in a tape tackle.
I'll tell you the best celebrator, Barry O'Toole.
Yes,
from
Barry.
Yeah, well and truly.
Tap down Giddings again, roving Thompson straight into the Zybell and Lang tackle. We'll get a ball up. Sounds like an accounting firm in Colac, Zybell and Lang, for all your accounting needs. Back in the middle, tap down Zybell this time. There's Lang as well, but it's knocked away by Giddings, only as far as Gorwell. Snaps a kick towards centre half forward. A rolling ball. Cross got rid of Josh Garner, but the handball, Aaron Walters, just a little bit too slick for Bailey Scott, who then was wrapped up by Luke Justin.
That's what Rowan's talking about, isn't it, Kirsch?
Yeah, it is. Just those little things, isn't it?
We'll get a ball up. 45 out from the Colac goal. Tap down Giddings doing the ruck work. Tate took the loose footy. Gorwell took him. Ensured he was going nowhere. We will get a ball up. Trent West come from the ground. Birchie, and also an update on Cooper Hayes for St John of God when we get to in a moment. As the roving's done from Wagner from that stoppage. Wonderful smother by Lang. It'll spill for Lang, who's taken in a good tackle. Tate ensured he was going nowhere. Umpire said holding the ball. That's
I
harsh.
can't see how.
That is harsh. Birchie, down to you. Coming on, Birchie.
Yeah, just having a little bit of a look at the Colac bench now. They'll obviously be taking that 20 minutes to fully assess, but it doesn't look good at this early stage that he would be returning to the field. And Trent West, I didn't actually catch him coming off, so I'll check out what's happened there.
Thanks, Birchie.
Whether it's just a rest for West or not, or something more sinister, because Giddings has spent an extended period in the ruck over the last few minutes.
Injury updates for St John of God this afternoon. We'll keep an eye on Cooper Hayes. Boundary throw in now on centre wing on the outer side for Zybell and Giddings, who gets it down to Tate. Gives it quickly to Marcus Thompson. His kick was smothered. Also Hewlan's was as well. Tate again to Thompson. His handball over the top. Set a task for Riley Stone. Ball back towards Lang. Oh, great little pick up to Scott. That was amazing. Goes inboard looking for Garner, who comes out. Coming across was Jet Matthews, who did well. Got it towards Noffy, who will get one. Got a hold. And we'll take the free kick, Tev Noffy. So, in the back pocket. Oh, wow, he's thought about short to Pepper, and Garner had picked that off. So he goes longer towards centre wing. Zybell gets back. Oh, Giddings goes up. The talls, they're taking the marks. Giddings takes it again, gives it to the piano tuner, who runs past. Goes with a kick inside forward 50, but turned it over. Jack Malik and read it the better. And the Tigers to switch.
Laterally he goes to Simpkin. There is a real carry on the ball with the breeze going to the northern end of the ground. Simpkin wants the corridor. Wonderfully way to kick onto the chest of Lang. Feigned a handball to McCormack. Now gives it off by hand. Trouble. Oh, Melican brought to ground. Got a handball away to Walters. That was knocked down. Chance for Leopold. Burgess received it from Sheehan. Kick inside 50. Rolling ball. Simpkin. Patton. Stone got there. Went to go off the ground. Simpkin did well. And Stone's actually collided. The left biceps hit the goalpost. He's okay. But Simpkin had to be desperate there, but gee, they nearly stuffed that up coming outside a defensive 50 there, the Tigers. 2-3-15 Leopold. Colac 1 straight 6 in this opening quarter that's gone 21 minutes almost on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock.
Lockie Simpkin kicking in duties on this occasion. Goes to the outer side, long, looking for Zybell and a lead. McCormack gets across there too, and he takes the mark in front of Desnoy at half back for the Tigers. Called to play on now. Hasn't got much to kick to forward of the ball, so he's going to switch it back to Simpkin. Dangerous. Lockie Simpkin gets a hand to it. Mitchie bears down. Patton, he gets around him back to whence it came. And defensive 50, Jared Walters takes the mark on this occasion. So Leopold's forwards and mids just keeping the pressure on here.
Yeah, it's a full ground zone, so they know exactly what they're doing to defend Colac all over the ground.
Walters goes up. Zybell goes up. Noffy got a hand to it as well. Falls to the front. Wagner through the middle. He puts the tackle on because he lost the football on Josh Garner. And we're going to have a ball up on centre wing. 2-3-15 Leopold. They lead Colac 1 straight 6, and we've played 22 minutes first term on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock.
How kamikaze is Tev Noffy when he attacks the footy. Wonderful handball on the up Thompson. In fact, it's not a handball, it's a throw. And the free kick to be taken by Hewland for Colac. The left footer sends it towards half forward. Noffy, here he is again. And takes it comfortably. Bit of whistle going.
He went to himself.
And he handballed it to himself. Gave it to Stone, who gave it to Justin. Wanted to straighten up onto his left boot. Justin, Patton in a one-on-one. Ball got out the back. How will it sit? Well for Patton, who dribbles it through his second and 50th of the year. Tops a half-ton. Does Mitch Patton. That one-on-one, once the ball hits the deck, he's quite elusive. And Melican, good in the air against him, but on the ground, the quicker recovery came from the Leopold forward. And he kicks his second, Leopold's third, and they clear out to a little buffer on the Geelong Bank 1-2 home loan scoreboard. 3-3-21 the Polders. Colac, 1 straight 6 as we approach 23 minutes played on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock.
Tev Noffy is a real roller coaster of a ride, isn't it? You want him to intercept mark, you want him to go his marks, but then you don't want the ball in his hand. It'd be like, umpire, can I please just give it to someone else to kick or handball?
James Manson style.
Yeah, correct.
West with 2 tap downs in the middle for Leopold, but it comes the other way. Spokes for Colac towards Walters. Aaron, can he get it and trap it? He can. 55 from goal. It comes off Ollie Tate's knee. No. And it's out of bounds for a throw in. So Tigers into attack, about 40 around from their goal. They need one. They've been They're getting closed down at half forward, haven't they?
Are, yeah. It's just coming out of their forward 50 too easily. They've got no forward pressure at the moment.
So boundary throw in. Adam Garner against West. They get it to the front. Pitcher runs past it. Lang's there as well. Smart coming across was Burgess for Leopold. Spokes is in there for Colac. And pitcher for the Lions. Happy to see it over the line. We're going to do it all again. 40 around from the Colac goal.
Just an update, Kingy, on Cooper Hayes. It seems that Colac going to be down a rotation. One of their coaching staff just gave me the symbol that he's no good.
Thank you for that, Birchie. Injury update for St John of God. We put you first. West of the Roving. Tate pushed as he kicked, so it became a scrubber to the wing, and they'll look to send it back inside 50 through Josh Garner, who's gone behind the footy. Kick to 15 out from goal off the front of the pack. Oh, Pepper, a little fumble for Leopold. Might open the door here, although then it's knocked through from behind. Matthews did well. He was just inside that line that the imaginary line to concede behind. He's knocked it through, although I don't know whether the rules played.
No, it's not in here.
No. So at AFL level it might have been looked at as Justin goes bang straight down the middle. Oh! Harris Jennings has got as high as anybody else on West Oval. The problem was he got nowhere near the footy.
His nose
and the
is
free
bleeding.
kick will be paid to McCormack. And they go back inside 50 the Tigers.
That is an unrealistic attempt. Don't worry about that ball back into the middle towards McQuay. He gets the kick up the chimney, about 20 from goal for Colac. Falls to the front. Walters handball towards Lang. Normally pretty good in this situation. He's wrapped up straight away, not going anywhere. It's like Ollie Tate has come with Darcy Lang to the footy.
Yeah, that's right.
He's that close.
Yep.
He has not let him go anywhere in those contests. Ball up. West got it down towards Spokes. Thompson gets a clearing kick for Leopold. It's a 2-on-1. Parkhouse was there with Sheehan. Walters. Jared comes across, drops the footy. Oh, hold, said the umpire. Colac free kick. And Riley Stone can't believe it. Jared Walters can. He's going to take the free kick in the middle.
He can go short to Bailey Scott and just got it to him. Maybaum halts his progress. Handball off. Lockie Simpkin had to go short to Ewell and turned over. Burgess got his hands onto it. He can handball over the top. All alone inside 50's Patton. Sheehan, Burgess couldn't get out of the tackle taken high. They couldn't get it to Patton. Burgess couldn't straighten up to kick on his right boot. He was always on his left-hand side. But he's got a free kick. He'll go laterally to Scott, who's got it. True centre wing Sam Scott for Leopold. Handball to Pepper, 2016 premiership player. Driving it long inside forward 50. Parkhouse flew. Couldn't mark for Colac. Malikan a handball on the bounce. Straight into the path of Williamson, but he overran the footy. Coming again, Jared Walters. Gave it to Scott. Chance to clear now from inside defensive 50. McCarthy, a kick on the bounce. Adam Garner, a handball on the bounce. Here's a chance for Smart. They're tearing forward. Tries to put it into the path of Jamison. Foot race now. Jamison to knock it to his own advantage. Pitcher to shut him down. Goal kicked. It was a push in the back, but advantage will be paid, and the goal kicked by Rani Jamison as they go coast to coast for a Lemmy's Tavern. Goal of the afternoon, Colac. Much needed for them. Pull the margin back to 8 points. Jamison with the major on the first quarter. K-Rock, Geelong Bank scoreboard. Geelong Bank's 1-2 home loan. 1% less for 2 years. Leopold, 3-3-21. Lead the Tigers, who are now 2-1-13.
Well, we've been talking about Colac the last couple of weeks, but let's look at Colac overall. They finished second for a reason, and that's their game. If they can get the ball to the carriers, the run and carry, and get into their forward line quick, that's where they can beat any side, and that was a clever kick by Kane Smart.
That's
very clever
kick. Got to
kick.
get it to, like, he could have gotten to Zybell, but he went to the quick man.
He went to the smart.
He went to
the
Jamison,
smart option.
that's
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Back in the middle, hold, pushing the face from West to Zybell, said the umpire, so Zybell will take it for Colac. He chips the ball short to Lang, who takes the mark in front of Tate. So Darcy Lang in the middle of West Oval. Long now towards the Garners. Noffy, though, comes back. Doesn't take the mark this time. Pepper's across there. Pitcher as well. Just dropped the footy in the tackle. Oh, Walters, Aaron. He worried him out of it, and then Pepper put the tackle on him as well. The umpire holding in now. He will come in and ball up about 35 out from the Colac goal.
Wasn't sure what he was going to pay
No,
then.
I was waiting.
Yes.
Could have been either.
He's a bit of everything, this umpire.
25 metres out directly in front of the Colac goal. Adam Garner won the tap down. Hillman got a hand on it, but Thompson took it. That was Trent for Leopold. Pitcher's handball intended for Wagner. Didn't get there. Jamison snap around the corner. And Cross happy to see it through for a rush behind. Leopold defender shovels it through, and Colac and now Archbishop Desmond 2-2-14. May he rest in peace. Leopold 3-3-21. 28 minutes played. Port Phillip Ferries time clock in an entertaining and frenetic opening term here at West Oval.
So pitcher will kick it in for Leopold. Called to play on. Goes to the outer side. Runs very close to Aaron Walters and goes as far as he can towards centre wing. Oh, McCormack comes back. Hamlin hanger. Great work on the centre-half back team of the year last year. We'll see how he goes this year, eh, Kirsch?
Exactly.
He goes towards Garner again. Noffy comes back and does the double from McCormack to Noffy. His Hamlin hanger attempt, and everybody wants to have a little bit of hang on and carry on there. Noffy's getting up. He got collected by 6 blokes. 3 of them were his own teammates.
Yeah, I don't think Leopold were overly impressed with the pressure brought by Adam Garner on Tev Noffy.
Postmark.
So Noffy, short little kick. Lateral.
Oh, he's missed
wowee.
another target.
Towards K-Rock's zone. Matthews gets it outside 50. Off the hands. Bailey Scott wrapped up in the tackle. Not going anywhere. It was touched off the boots of the umpire, and we're going to have a ball up. 60 out from the Colac goal. They're 2-2-14. They trail Leopold 3-3-21. Late stages, 29 played first term.
Ball into the air, tapped down by Zy Bell. Reynoldsson will track it for Leopold. Turns onto his left boot and sends it now to the wing. It's 3-on-2, although one of the 3 was Giddings. He got a hand on it, couldn't mark the footy. Wagner stole it from Jared Walters, then took one high. He pure stripped him there with the footy, Wagner. And now he'll give a handball off to the runner. Pepper, confronted by Lang. Got his kick, inside forward, 50. Williamson stood tall. Took a Hamlin hanger contender in the pack. Brocky Williamson with it. He sends it to the pocket. Patton setting himself from behind. Oh, well played. There was a free kick for a push anyway. Williamson would have been best advised to have a shot. Mark taken by Malik, an indoor free kick. He goes into the left back pocket to Gorwell. He sends a kick to the wing to Lang. Lang a handball off. Hawker inside 50 he goes. Not
Terrible
a great kick. A poor kick did Hillman no favours. And it's marked by Jennings, who then quickly goes short to Tate.
Tate now. Defensive 50 in the middle. Sensational kick to West if it sits for him, but it's siren anyway. It's quarter time in the first semi-final. It's Leopold 3-3-21. They lead Colac 2-2-14. 2 goals to Mitchie Patton in that first term, leading the Lions to a 7-point lead at quarter time. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, well, we're going to have one of the coaches, both Roel McSparron and Gary Hocking, playing to say at quarter time, you would suspect. Massive crowd here too at Westover this afternoon for first semi-final.
Victoria Park this afternoon. Kangaroos and Carlton, Essendon and St Kilda, and then GWS and Melbourne in Canberra to round things out for round 2 of the AFLW season. Kirsch, what did you make of that opening term, thanks to the good people at the Sporting Globe?
Well, it was as we mentioned throughout that call, it was a frenetic pace. Both teams wanted to move the ball fast. We talked about speed on the ball, and both teams wanted to get that ball moving really quickly. Both defences stood up pretty well. The difference was Leopold's forwards were taking marks, and they were taking the marks 30 to 70 metres in that zone, so they were connecting with their halfbacks, they were connecting with their mids. Colac, on the other hand, they're probably just missing that connectivity at the moment with their forwards taking marks. So their forwards need to get engaged, need to be at least taking some marks to give themselves some opportunities. And their forward pressure, it's coming out of their forward line too easily, Colac. So I think Colac forwards, pressure's got to be on them a little bit here, and they've got to get themselves into the game somehow and give them an opportunity to hit the scoreboard.
The Geelong Sports Medicine Centre, Jane Birch is down boundary side this afternoon. Birchie, what have you got for us?
Just here with Ryan McSparrow. Rowan, that first quarter, you'd be pretty pleased with the way the boys have come out with plenty of intent and pressure. A little bit of momentum went Leopold's way, but they hit back hard at the end of that quarter and it was good to jag one of those goals back.
Yeah, that's right. I think that last connection inside 50 through our mids was lacking a little bit there. We got them, opened them up on the backside a couple of times and just didn't quite execute that last kick. So if we can get that right this quarter, hopefully we can get some more on the board.
Good luck. Thanks for joining us.
And Birchie, Cooper Hayes, can you just give us an update just for the listeners who might have tuned in?
Yeah, well, Cooper Hayes didn't come out to the huddle there, and when I visited the Colac bench previously, he had the tracksuit top over his shoulders and was sitting there, looked a bit dazed, and the indication was that he wouldn't take any further part in the game.
Thank you for that, Birchie. So John of God injury updates. John of God, we put you first, so that'll put the Tigers down a rotation for the rest of the afternoon. Big crowd here at West Oval has cleared the venue for the moment. Behind the fences they've gone, and the second quarter about to get underway. Thanks to Harvey Norman, Cryo and Warn Ponds. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices. Here's Jason Doherty.
So Trent West goes up by himself and gets it down just as he did in the first term to Marcus Thompson, but Ollie Tate took it in the end. Goes towards half forward with the kick. Brock Williamson can't take it. Sam Scott can. His handball though. He's chopped off. McQuay, he gets wrapped up by Scott and held in. It will be a ball up at left half forward for the Lions. Kicking to the southern end of this second term, right of your radio dial here at Geelong West. Through the middle, the piano tuner. And he wrapped up holding the ball. Said the umpire had an opportunity to get rid of it. Didn't do so, and Cody Spokes put the tackle on and he'll take the free kick at half back.
Interesting move. Bailey Scott started half forward, not in the centre bounce.
Spokes. We'll keep an eye on those matchups for Wombat Gully Plant Farm. Low kick march by Simkin for Colac at right half back. He wants the corridor. Bouncing ball. Well taken on the half volley by McCarthy. Dumped as he kicked. Got it towards right half forward. In fact, into the pocket. He went looking for Garner. Spoiled away by Trent Thompson. Roving Aaron Walters. Handball. Here's Scott. 45 from goal. Mung floater across the face of goal. Rolling away from Hawker. He actually kept it alive. Knocked it into the path of Sheehan. Then Sheehan had no room to move for Leopold. Out of bounds. He took it. Northern end of the ground. Left forward pocket. Boundary throw in. Colac in attack and they trail by 7. They'll have the aid, we suspect, of the breeze for South Point Garden Supplies. Boundary throw in's a shallow one. West palmed it, tried to knock it to Marcus Thompson. Darcy Lang got in the way. Good tackle laid on Spokes by Riley Stone, bringing him to ground. And near the 50, just left of the corridor. A ball up. Colac in attack. 21-14. The Polders lead as they look for a preliminary final berth in 2023.
Oh, Aaron Hawker has had his head absolutely ripped off his shoulders by Riley Stone.
Oh, he's only 3'3",
yeah, true. And he's going to take the free kick, 55 from goal, probably too far out for him to score. So he puts it at the top of the square, disciplined. Oh, Noffy just
That's
went
a free
up
kick.
straight in Adam Garner's back.
All day, every day, even on Tuesdays.
He actually put both hands in his back, I think, as he tried to ride him like the fourth at Dapto, I tell you. Yeah, well, that was terrible.
You don't need to take the marks if you're going to get that done to you every time.
No, that's right.
I love Noffy's endeavour, but...
He also looked a bit incredulous to the umpire, like, what did I do?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Come on, Tev. So Adam Garner has the free kick for Colac, 30 out directly in front, and a chance to put his first on the board and the third for Colac, draw the margin back to 1 point. He comes in now. Right foot kick. Oh, he leant back on it too and he missed. Oh, that's no good.
I was about to say, this is no certainty. He kicked 2 goals 4 last week.
Yeah, and then we saw that one at, where was it, St Mary's, where he kicked 1-4 or something in that second quarter as well. So he's got they can have the yips in front of goals.
Colac 2-3-15. They trail Leopold 3-3-21. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, second quarter scoreboard.
They're coach killers, those ones.
Aren't they what? You're 35 metres out directly in front.
Tate is going to go with the barrel. He's munged it, but he's got it to half back. No mark taken out there by Stone. Colac come up with it. A handball to Lang. Lang gave a handball to the runner, Jared Walters. Left foot scrubbing kick taken nicely by Hawker. Handball to Spokes. Open. Goal square. Trent Thompson fumbles it on the way back and sees it through for a rush behind. Colac now 2-4-16. Leopold 3-3-21. 3.5 minutes almost played on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock.
So Lions try and get it out again. This time Pitcher plays on, goes to the outer side with the kick, drops short. Adam Garner went out there and took the mark. He chips the ball over the top. That's a terrible kick coming the other way. Pitcher, it falls in the arms of Hillman though. Open goal square across the face of goal. Walters can't keep it in, and 8-18. It's looking nice again. 2-5-17 Colac. They trail Leopold 3-3-21. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, second quarter scoreboard.
Just got to kick the goal to get the momentum, Kirsch.
Yeah, and as we know, I mean, a goal's everything, but they've got a lot of time in forward half, and they just need to get some reward for their time in forward half. I'm just trying to remember what they kicked last week. Well, they were outplayed by South Barwon. They kicked a lot of points last week, didn't they? 8-18, yeah. So, that probably hurt them, the scoreboard. You're in the game if you can at least just keep the scoreboard ticking over.
Pitcher's kick in, marked by Cross. Cross wants the corridor and finds Jennings. Marks it just on defensive 50. Looks up and sees what he's got ahead of him. He gets a little block from Justin there. Kick to the wing, and West comes up and presents and marks. It's a rare sight, actually, Trent West presenting and marking, but he has there. It's not his go as a ruckman. He could have given it to Justin. Justin's told to get out of the protected area now. West just sets the kick up towards half forward. Where's Giddings? Where's Sheehan and McCormack? Good mark. Hamlin Hanger contender, pack of 4. And he had good hands on it, Jaron McCormack. Giddings thought he had first touch. But that was McCormack's mark all day long. He goes short to Spokes, who marks just inside defensive 50. Spokes sends it wide. Bouncing ball will go away from Lockie Simpkin. Burgess couldn't take it cleanly, but Patton was there. Well played by Simpkin to knock it to McQuay, but McQuay wrapped up by Harris Jennings on the outer wing. Will get a ball up here at West. 5 minutes played. Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Second term action. Colac 2-5-17. Leopold 3-3-21.
West gets it down, and Jennings got the kick away towards half forward. Coming back with the fly to the football. Jared Walters wrapped up front on. He's not going to go anywhere in that tackle. And Sam Scott put the pressure on for Leopold. We're going to have a ball up at left half forward for the Lions. West gets it down. Side of the pack, Maybaum's handball, missed the target, which was Scott. McQuay took it off him. Jared Walters back to Gorwell. Gorwell goes with the kick out wide. Aaron Walters held on to, should get a free kick.
He will. On the outer wing, long sleeves this afternoon. I think he and Lang are the only long sleevers left, with Hayes out of the contest due to concussion. Kick towards half forward, looking for Josh Garner. Couldn't take it. Nick did. Handball. McQuay. Spokes. Don't argue on Marcus Thompson. Now he kicks on his left boot as he stepped past, but he kicked it straight to Trent Thompson, who marks and then runs, but then he kicks it straight to Gorwell. Gorwell, 60 from home. Long ball to the top of the square. Garner back with the flight. Lang the roving. Justin just holds him up and says, I'll take you out of bounds for a boundary throw in right forward pocket. That is not Trent Thompson's go, trying to hit a target on the way out.
No, and you know what? A really interesting time to do that as well. He's more experienced than that, Trent Thompson. He should have just stopped, held up play, and then looked what was ahead of him.
Boundary throw in, right forward pocket, coming across Thompson for Leopold. Can't pick it up in the tackle. Matthews just laid off the tackle on Walters. Falls to the back, and pack develops quickly. West comes over. Tate as well. Put the tackle on for Leopold. We're going to have a ball up. About 30 out from the Colac goal. And big pack around it as well. West gets it down. Marcus Thompson wrapped up by his opposite number 3, Spokes. In fact, it was Burgess who was wrapped up. So now the umpire's going to throw it up again for West, who gets it down this time. And pushed off the football was Cody Spokes. Coming in was Luke Justin on Darcy Lang, and we're going to have another ball up. 2-5-17 Colac. Leopold 3-3-21. 7.5 played in this second term.
West wins another tap out, trying to find Marcus Thompson. Gorwell to worry him out of it. He then laid a tackle on Marcus Thompson, did Gorwell, and he's going nowhere.
Smell a free kick here, Kirsch.
Something's got to happen.
Umpire puts it into the air again. West winning another tap down. Gore will try to get his boot on the ball. Spokes took it. He's partially smothered. Adam Garner jammed it on the boot to the goal square. Hillman and Trent Thompson. Hillman kept it in front of himself, and just as he tried to pick it up, he overran it, and it rolled out of bounds in the left forward pocket at the northern end of the ground. Colac, possibly with the aid of the breeze in this second term, at 2-5-17. Leopold 3-3-21. 8 minutes almost played on the second quarter. Port Phillip Ferry's time clock. West grabbed it out of the ruck. Close quarters, a handball to Mayborn. He kicks on his left boot. Stone, his target, had to be defensive. Knock it away from McQuaid. Ball has actually stayed in the field of play. The bounce of the Sherrin, which can be anything, it's so unpredictable, has kept it in the field of play for a momentary second, but then in the end it did go out, and a boundary throw in the left forward pocket.
So throw in for West. Up against Garner. Falls for West. Big double fister. Only as far as Gorwell. Now the piano tuner Wagner gets it out to Burgess. He tried to kick it under pressure.
Oh, he's paid holding the ball.
And holding the ball. He got a foot to it, didn't he? Anyway, Bailey Scott pushes it back towards the top of the square. Garner goes up. Big pack off the back. Who's going to be there first? It comes towards the goal, and it was pushed through by Jet Matthews. Through for another rush behind to the Tigers. They're doing it in behinds 2-6-18, and the margin 3 behinds Leopold 3-3-21.
Tate runs into the left back pocket. It's got that feeling of doing all the attacking and then the other mob going to the other end and goaling.
Yep.
Wagner, handball off to the run of Justin. Driving kick. Patton's in behind his opponent. Just worked him under the footy. Malikan couldn't take the ball. Well done by Dustin Walters. A handball to Gorwell. He gave it to Malikan. Skipper to Lang has set him a task. Good tackle, Tate. Lang got a boot on the ball, dribbled it a metre. Jennings picked it up, walked into a tackle of Malikan, and we'll get a ball up just forward of the centre circles, favouring Leopold. 3-3-21, playing 2-6-18. Low scoring second quarter. Zybell won the tap down in the ruck. Roving done by Ben McCarthy for Colac, but he was wrapped up in a tackle. West and Zybell again. West winning a tap. Wagner hit it at pace. Might have got one high there from Bailey Scott. Scott argues the toss. Quick handball to Burgess. Burgess a kick inside forward 50. Where's Giddings? Where's Sheehan? Free kick over the shoulder. Where did that come from? Sheehan will take the result and free kick the Undertaker. Will have the shot and a chance to push the margin back out to 9 points. I don't know if there was much there.
Mate, there was nothing there. This I'm not bagging the umpires, but this umpire blows the whistle every time something's in his area.
35 out.
Let it go.
Maybe 30. Just right of centre. William Sheehan, the Undertaker. A chance for a 9-point lead for Leopold. He kicks, and he has buried it. And then you'd expect nothing less from a bloke called the Undertaker. 4-3-27 on the second quarter. K-Rock Harvey Norman scoreboard. Stick around for more bad puns this afternoon. 2-6-18 Colac. Harvey Norman. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices.
I'm not touching it. You can, Kirsch. I'm not touching that.
Only with gloves on.
Sunday. Oh, gee whiz. Go, Kirsch.
No, he's absolutely thrown me.
Try and resurrect this, would you?
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if we can. Let's go
When
back
did Ben Castanilli step into the box?
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. Maybe we go back to the umpire.
Back to the middle. West and Zybell. West gets it down. Scott to run onto it. Coming off the wing was Reynoldson. Lang for Colac towards Smart, who goes up, still in the centre square. Coming out was Harris Jennings. He couldn't take it. Mayborn. He's over the top of Leopold as well. The umpire will come in. West not happy with some work on Kane Smart. There Zybell comes across, pushes him away. So Zybell and West. Ruck contest, middle of West Oval, down to Tate. Got a quick kick from the pack. Getting across there, Jamison. Jet Matthews leads in the race for the ball. He and Jamison set over the boundary line and will have a throw in. 12 minutes played in this second term. Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Daily commuter services from Port Arlington from only $13.50 per trip. Search Port Phillip Ferries commute.
27 plays 18. The winner through to a preliminary final. The loser says farewell. Boundary throwing, tapped down by West, front of the pack, rode by Zybell, got it to his knees and then get a handball to Lang. Lang a high ball inside forward 50, spoiled by Trent Thompson. Smart the roving, Smart the snap, Smart the goal. Quality finish from the veteran, Kane Smart. Round his body, left foot goal. Lammy's Tavern goal of the afternoon contender. He kicks a much needed one for the Tigers. on the second quarter. K-Rock, Harvey Norman scoreboard. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices. Colac 3.624, Leopold 4.327.
Well, their forwards haven't taken the mark inside forward 50, so the Littles have got to go to work when the ball hits the ground, and I was sort of wondering where they were going to get their goals from or how they were going to get their goals, because, only 2 goals into midway through the second term. It's a real struggle for them up there, but that's what they've got to do. They've got to play their role, get front and centre, and give yourselves an opportunity to get a shot on goal that way.
So back to the middle.
Well, injury update down here. One of the our very efficient boundary umpire is in all sorts.
He's done a calf, has he?
He's
back to the middle.
something.
Keep an eye on him, Birchie, for St John of God.
I think he's really cooked.
Now, Reynoldson on the outside for Leopold. Gets it inside 50. Coming out was Giddings. He couldn't take the mark. Desnoy's over the top of it as well. Taken away by Spokes. Reefs it out. Goes back to the middle. Falls okay for pitcher. Too slow. Walters on the other way. Lang. Handball on the outboard. The no-look handball was good. Now he gives it away to Josh Garner. Has to drill it towards Hillman, who takes the mark. He's still 45 from goal, but he's going to settle down as Kirsch wants him to. The coach's boxer says, just settle.
Yeah, that's it.
Not a good weekend for the umpiring fraternity. Liam Clark was actually clipped accidentally in the Bellarine Grand Final as central umpire early in the game and sat out the contest. Actually, was Joel Selwood bandaged up afterwards. And now we've got the boundary umpire with the calf muscle.
So Luke Hillman for 2 in a minute for Colac. That's a very high kick. I don't think it's got the distance. It hasn't. Noffy comes across and punches it through for a rush behind. So they go to 3.725. Colac, Leopold 4.327. Harvey Norman, K-Rock. Second quarter scoreboard. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices.
Is that 5 rush behinds now by my count?
It certainly is, Tom King.
Wow. 8-18, anybody?
Yeah. It wasn't a great kick.
No.
Like, he was 45 metres out. Someone of his ability.
Pitch up. We'll send it towards the outer side of West Oval. Not a great kick, although Dustin Walters could have marked that. He went with the double-fisted spoil, Mick Schilt style, and thrown it over the boundary line with the double-fister. 14 3/4 minutes played, second quarter. Port Phillip Ferry's time clock. We've got a boundary throw-in. Leopold 27, Colac 25, and a bit of an arm wrestle here, as we got yesterday. Tap down West to the front of the pack. Maybaum shrugged one tackle, couldn't shrug the second. Umpire says, give it to me, no prior opportunity to dispose of it. We'll get a ball up. Ball into the air. Tap down West. Thompson being held onto by Gorbel. Umpire said play on. Then Thompson had to lay a tackle on Jamison, who underneath all that. It's Hawker underneath all that. We'll get a ball up. True centre wing. Ball into the air again. West and Zybell grabbed it out of the ruck, had his kick smothered by Williamson. Williamson tried to pull the ball in. That won't come out. Umpire says, give it to me again. It has been a stoppage fest. The Kerrs Higher ruck hit-out numbers are going to be quite intriguing when the stats are released during the week.
Zybell goes up early this time. West gets it down. Gore with a fresh air shot in the middle for Colac. Hawker, he goes up the chimney with the kick. Pepper comes across. Oh, just had to stand under it too. Walters comes across. That's with Noffy, who just went up indiscriminate as normal.
That's real courage, isn't it? To stand under a high ball like that, knowing you are going to get crunched.
Absolutely. And a boundary throw in. I think the blood rule. I think it's Mitch Burgess coming off for the blood rule. So I think they were motioning that they could bring somebody on straight away, but Luke Justin waited for Burgess to come off the ground, so he's been replaced. We're going to have a boundary throw, a ball up, in fact. Boundary throw, and it's going to be. Centre wing on the outer side, 2 points of difference, 16.5 played in this second term.
Back into play. West and Zybell again. Ball is allowed to hit the ground. It bounces back towards Williamson, who takes possession, then gets away from the contest, drives a kick to a one-on-one, although back with the flight, McCormack got in front of that one-on-one and marked on the chest for the Tigers. Jaron McCormack playing game 146 of his GFNL career this afternoon. Goes short with a kick onto the chest of Scott. And Scott of the Tigers has it. Just directing traffic, nowhere to go at the moment, so he just keeps it on that outer wing. Sends it looking for Zybell. Goes over the head of he and West. That's no mean feat. Noffy picked up the loose footy, shared it with Thompson inside defensive 50. Desnoy his target, instead goes longer. He's going to ask a lot here of Sheehan. Parkhouse should come up, and Mark does. Wasn't a great kick from Thompson. Though he didn't want to go to Desnoy because that would have been a one-on-one a lot closer, and if turned over, Colac would have hit them going the other way. Just concede some ground back to Dustin Walters, who marks a left half-back the kick at Parkhouse.
Goes to Yulin short, front of the best seats in the house thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. He punches it to Ben McCarthy, who takes the mark on centre wing, just holding the play up here, looking for the open man. He goes, oh, gee whiz. Angus Yulin was standing next to Birchie and he kicked it to him. It's out of bounds on the full, so they've turned that over way too easily for Leopold to go back towards the Undertaker. Punched away front and centre. Walters over the top to Lang. He gives it to Walters, runs past Jared, gives it to Scott through the middle. His handball to Spokes, missed the target. They're buggering it up again. Tate the other way. Leopold to make him pay. Scott wants to get going. He takes the mark in the middle and gives it away by hand to Tate inside 50. And there's the payment to Patton, who takes the mark 45 from goal, 45-degree angle.
Just the execution again. That's what's killing them. Absolutely killing them.
So, Mitch Patton has kicked 2 this afternoon. Just to make the margin 8 points. And Colac had all the play through the middle of the ground then on that occasion. Just the turnover of ball, as Kirsch said. And Mitchie will know straight away if he's kicked it. I'm not even watching the goals. I'm looking at Mitch. He hasn't kicked it.
I knew he straight away hadn't kicked that.
2 goals, 1. His personal tally, 4-4-28, Leopold. Colac 3-7-25. Harvey Norman K-Rock second quarter scoreboard.
Dusty Walters to bring the ball back into play for the Tigers. He's got Lang short, but he ignores that and runs out into the right back pocket and drives it out towards right half back. Zybel McCormack got up, good mark. Matthews front of the pack, dragged off the kick, picked up by Reynoldson, who's dumped in a tackle. Son of former Cat and Bear Stephen. Come down from Queensland and landed at the Lions. Tapped down by Giddings. Roving by Hawker. Gave a handball to Scott for Colac. He drives a kick to the wing. Oh, one-handed Tevin Noffy. Oh. Just as good as Hillman's last week. Oh, he plucked it like he was taking an apple off a tree. Did Tev Noffy. That is a Hamlin hanger of some quality.
Goes with a right foot kick high towards 50. Was Zybel. Goes up in front. The 2 number 31s. The Undertaker came at him. But it was Zybel in front. Oh, dangerous kick. McCormack sitting and waiting behind the ball. He picks it up. Straight through the middle of the pack. If you don't mind, to Spokes. He goes with the kick towards Smart. One hand's not going to do it. Going the other way, Noffy. He threw the ball. The umpire said play on. Back towards half forward for Leopold. And Parkhouse at the back. He's ripped off the football. Coming at Simpkin. Comes at Williamson and holds him up. And pressure on for both sides. It's going to be a ball up, 55 out.
Colac are their own and worst enemy with the footy, aren't they?
They are.
Right half forward, 52 from goal. Leopold in attack. Giddings and Zybel. Giddings winning the tap this time. Marcus Thompson the roving. Quick release. Scott got to get it on again. Back to Thompson. Took it on the bounce. Tight in the pocket. The kick will bounce out of bounds. That's not a bad result for Leopold. As we'll get a boundary throw in at the Southern or Church Street end of the ground. Big crowd ringing West Oval on a Sunday afternoon. Cutthroat first semi-final action. Ball back into play. The ruck work done by Sheehan, front of the pack. Wagner taken in a 2-man tackle. Ball spills out. Desnoy tried to get it. Knocked forward by Riley Stone. Jared Walters dumped. Went to go out of mid-air. Did Gorwell. Ollie taken him free the hands. He did, but gave it straight to Parkhouse. Jammed it on the boot. Trent Thompson from behind couldn't mark against Garner, but he found it at the ground. Gave it to Noffy. Giddings over the top. Justin will be on his non-preferred side. Says, I'll take on Adam Garner for speed, and I'll drive a kick to about 25 from goal. But Cormac got back. Took a relieving mark for the Tigers in front of the advancing Patton.
So McCormack, the reason I picked Colac today was this bloke behind the ball, and he's doing everything nicely for the Tigers, just settling them down, gets it out wide towards Malikan.
He's handballed
straight towards Jennings, who Wagner goes up, can't take the mark. Simpkin off the back for Colac towards Jared Walters at defensive 50, might be out of trouble. Spokes, handball, missed the target again. And coming back, Walters, in fact, is Hawker close to the boundary line. And he sees it over, and Kirsch is as frustrated as the coaching staff at Colac.
What do you reckon the disposal efficiency is?
28%.
Well, it's been this issue for the last couple of weeks, isn't it? And do you know what it is? Something you can't rectify at this time of the year. It is clearly got them to finish second on the ladder, and it's really undoing them in the final series.
St John of God injury updates. Just keep an eye on Aaron Hawker. Birchie Zybell got rid of Giddings in the ruck, grabbed it and then pumped a kick to a one-on-one. Good spoil. Trent Thompson knocked it away from Adam Garner, front of the pack. Cross took the footy away from Jamison. Fired a handball to Williamson. Williamson through traffic. That's a shank inside 50, a rolling ball. Malikan pushed off it by Patton. Ball got out the back. This is made for Mitch in the pocket. Good tackle, Parkhouse. Oh, that's a wonderful tackle by the youngster. Will Parkhouse playing just his 11th GFNL senior game. Dump Mitch Patton, and we'll get a ball up in the left forward pocket at the southern end of the ground. 4-4-28, 3-7-25. Patton thought he was out. Parkhouse said, "You're going nowhere."
Zybell up against Giddings, falls to Giddings. He gets a kick across the ground to the top of the square. Oh, Dustin Walters off his hands. Parkhouse falls in the arms of Sheehan, the Undertaker. Now it's a handball over the top. Gorwell has to meet it. Coming the other way is Scott. Oh, he's chicken winged. He got rid of it, did he? No, the umpire said he didn't. Free kick going to come back. Colac to take it. Lee Gorwell, defensive 50.
I reckon Scott got a boot on it, actually.
He did.
Gorwell
dear.
nearly turned it over. Reynoldson couldn't take it. Zybell, handball on the outboard. They might be okay, the Tigers. They get it out more outside towards centre wing. Coming the other way, Noffy got some support. Tate, free kick hold. Leopold to take it. They want to play on? No, they don't. The umpire said come back.
Do you know who's enjoying this? St Mary's, because they're looking at these two going, if they use the footy like this, we'll beat them by 10 goals next week.
Yeah, this is Division 3 stuff at the minute.
They are butchering the footy. Both teams wasting opportunities. Noffy, not the greatest of kicks. He pulls it. Whoa, wheeled him with one hand. Oh, that was laconic from Dustin Walters. He took the mark. That's as good as the one taken a bit earlier by Noffy with the one hand. Walters in the right back pocket. Flirts with the boundary line, out of side. Big spoil. Thompson 4 deep. Front of the pack. Williamson can hit a target. Desnoy is that target, and he finds him at the edge of the centre square. Desnoy sends it now. Patton in a one-on-one over the head of he and Malikan. Rolling ball back to the goal square. Dustin Walters had to wait for it to sit on its point. Now a kick to the pocket. Oh, he showed a lot of it to Justin. Justin clutching the mark. Yes! Against McQuaid. I reckon he conned him. I reckon that hit the deck. And Luke Justin has said, "You're out, Joel McQuaid." Back to the pavilion. I've caught that. And he'll have a shot at goal.
I would be walking.
Pat Dowling pocket.
Not walking.
Left foot up, right forward pocket. We've seen this in the last 24 hours.
Just a tad closer.
Man on the mark stands 35 from goal. Justin would have to start this right-hand goal post and let it fade. Sends it on its way. That is what he's done. That's a wonderful kick. Lemmy's Tavern goal of the afternoon from Luke Justin, the Cholera Nurat product, has put it through and given his team a 9-point buffer here in the second quarter at Westoval. Thanks to Harvey Norman. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices. Leopold extending their lead on the second quarter scoreboard. They move to 5-4-34. Colac 3-7-25, 25 minutes played.
Regardless of the horrible decision by the umpire, the decision to kick to McQuay 2-on-1 in a pocket was just as horrible, to be honest.
Back in the middle, West got it down. Tackle came from Cody Spokes straight away. And Brock Williamson's going to get up from the bottom of the pack and give the umpire the ball back for a secondary bounce. Josh Gunn having a run on the ruck, got it down. Might get a kick away as well and does. Inside 50, falls short. Oh, Noffy just reads it so well. Got in front of Aaron Walters and took the mark. And he chips the ball over the top. The kicking bit's the bit that he struggles with a little bit, but he got it to Reynoldson.
I'd say a lot.
I'm just giving him a little bit. Reynoldson gets it at half back, goes to the outer side. They're out now. Justin gets it outboard to Riley Stone. Spokes comes over. He wants to play on quickly. Gets around right foot kick towards the top of the point of the centre square, and Brock Williamson's taken the mark for Leopold.
Jared Walters got caught betwixt and between on the outer side, and he made the wrong decision there. The delivery onto the chest of Mitch Patton is elite. And the mark taken 40 metres out, almost in the corridor, and a chance for Patton to kick his third and give his team a game high, or an equal game high, 15-point lead. So these are crucial goals in red time, 26 and a half minutes played. Patton with 2 this afternoon, 50 for the season. He kicked 4 in the elimination final, this for a third in the first semi. We'll need to start at right-hand goal post and work it back. From 40 metres out, got close to the man on the mark, and in doing so has pulled the kick. And has put it through for a minor score. The margin is 10. Patton now with 2 goals, 2. 5-5-35, Leopold, Colac, 3-7-25, 27 minutes played on the Port Phillip Ferry time clock. Port Phillip Ferries daily commuter services from Port Arlington from only $13.50 per trip. Search Port Phillip Ferries commute.
Mistimed his run up there, Kingy, when he was coming in to kick that goal.
Dustin Walters kicks it in. That's a better kick. Finds Ben McCarthy defensive 50.
That's one, Jace. It's getting 2 and 3. That's the issue at the minute.
Called to play on. He's going to go along the line towards centre wing. Jamison over his head. There it is. Way too easy. And at the back, Harris Jennings chips it to Stone. So Leopold now moves through the middle. Just gets the kick away under pressure from Smart. Might have been enough pressure too because Dustin Walters comes across and takes the mark for Colac in between the full-back and half-back lines.
Laterally he goes to Malik in the kick. Left back pocket. What has he got on the way out? It's a kick that'll make Lang work, and it bounced away from Lang. And once again, just another target missed. Just had to straighten that up, and Lang marks on the chest, and looks like Jai Cross has just rolled forward for the moment.
Well, which is Adam Garner is sitting in front of us here on the bench with a back injury.
Yeah, so cross forward, maybe just keeping McCormack company. Ball back into play. West tap into the corridor. No, Gorwell left it behind. Throw it on the boot. Here's Cross getting into the play actually against McCormack, but the other 15 has taken the mark for the Tigers. The kick that came in from Tate. McCormack short. Dustin Walters has seen a bit of it. He'll go short looking for Parkhouse. He's almost turned it over. The hand of Reynoldsson knocked it into the path of Parkhouse, who gave it to McQuay. McQuay with a confident bounce, and then a kick though that's pretty poor, straight into the waiting arms of Boots, who lost it in the tackle of Hillman. Chance for Jennings, chance for now also it might be Bailey Scott with his hands on the ball. It is, but he's going nowhere. Ball up, and well, this game is not striking the fear into the hearts of either South Barwon or St Mary's.
Ball in the middle. Josh Garner. West got it down. Wagner gets it forward. Does well to Williamson. Draws a player. Gets over the top to Sam Scott. 50 out from goal. Open goal. Squares. Have got enough on it. It hasn't as the siren sounds. Malikan got back. And there was no score there. So it's half-time in the first semi-final. It's Leopold 5-5-35. They lead Colac 3-7-25.
Second term, thanks to Harvey Norman. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices. 10-point Leopold buffer. As they head to the main break, we'll head to Jane Birch as well. She's going to go and have a chat with one of the players from the respective teams for Geelong Sports Medicine Centre, your ultimate destination for health, fitness and recovery. Around the grounds for Leopold Sporties. Well, actually, Orphus and John Guy
off selected Australian-made Sealy mattresses plus bonus local delivery. Sealy Posturepedic Hudson Foam Queen Mattress now only $1,349 plus bonus local delivery. Sealy Sierra Queen Mattress available in a choice of 4 feels, $1,799 and bonus local delivery. Do not miss this huge in-store offer. Receive a further 10% off selected Sealy mattresses plus bonus local delivery.
Colac, he drives a kick to the wing. Oh, one-handed 7-0. Just as good as Hillman's last week. Oh, he plucked it like he was taking an apple off a tree. Half-time, thanks to Gummy Chicken and Beer. Gimme Gummy Warren Ponds. Chicken and beer that's unmissable. Adam Garner is moving like he's got the dead set stone in his shoe, and he is coming towards us. I just don't think he's going to be right. And their hope now is, although is he staying out there? Oh, he's just having a discussion with Ben McCarthy.
Probably having a discussion with himself as well. No, he's coming to the bench.
Yeah, that back, lower left part of the back was what he was having worked on by the medical staff, and so he will come to the boundary, and they're already without Cooper Hayes, so there's a potential. They are down to just 2 rotations in this second half. It would be some sort of victory if they were to overcome a 10-point half-time margin, and to do it without Hayes, who's out with concussion. So we'd put a line, I suspect, through Cooper Hayes for next Saturday. So best case for him is a grand final. And Adam Garner might need that too. They'll work on him, although he has gone to the bench, Perch. You just keep an eye on if there's any movement on trying to work on Adam Garner, or whether he just goes, I'm done. So Ben McCarthy and Angus Hewland have also come to the bench to start this third quarter. Third quarter to get underway. Thanks to Bowen Foods, selling the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road, North Geelong. Here's Jace.
Zybel gets it down in the middle towards Bailey Scott. If it sits for him, he's away. Handballs on the outboard to Hawker. Colac into attack. Left foot kick high towards 50. Big pack there. Off the front. Noffy takes the mark. And will repel the attack from the Tigers and go with a right foot kick long towards half forward with it. Over the back, Sheehan, the Undertaker got a hand to it. Hawker comes through. His handball to Scott. Off a standing start to Spokes. Back to Hawker. Tigers moving forward again. Back to whence it came. Away from Thompson. Walters, Aaron can't take the mark. Off the hands. Trent Thompson gets it away quickly. Back towards West. Wrapped up. It got the handball to Pitcher. Now they're away through Luke Justin.
Justin to a one-on-one. Patton in front of Malikan. Ball bounces in front of both of them. Patton will be first to recover. McQuaid to come and provide the pressure. Patton and Parkhouse. Parkhouse the other way did okay. McQuaid knocked it towards the boundary line. It won't go out. Burgess trying to don't argue on Malikan. Lost the footy, then dropped it onto his boot. It went about a metre and dribbled out of bounds for a boundary throw-in in the left forward pocket. So Adam Garner is up on his feet and moving down towards the interchange gate, so that might be a good sign. It's got to find a way to get him going. Left forward pocket, northern end of the ground. West, front position. Ball got out the back. Gorwell was there. at Jared Walters, knocked from his grasp. Chance for Wagner. Good tackle bringing him to ground. Zybell, 45 out from goal, a ball up. And we go down to you, Birchie. Adam Garner standing not far from you and about to re-enter the fray.
Yes, he has. He's just waiting at the interchange gates here. But, if it is a back issue and he can get through the game, it might be better to keep him moving rather than sitting down and it seizing up. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes when he returns to the field.
Well, we've got a bit of a stoppage. It's a bit of a wrestle going on. Williamson and Zybell just getting to know each other a little bit better. Tap down West at his own roving. Handball release. Marcus Thompson gave it back to Scott. Scott confronted, stepped through the man in Walters, coming towards him. Outside of the right boot, a kick to the goal square. Flying and marking is Malikan, the skipper, taking it nicely. His brother played all right, thought all right.
Yeah.
Lewis played all right for Sydney on Friday night in the elimination final.
Goes towards the pocket. Finds Hawker. He's had a good start to the third term. Trying to ignite them, goes long towards centre wing. Zybell in front, off-hand side of the pack. Gorwell got some space and time, goes towards half forward. Oh, that was a hold against towards Jennings. No, not paid. Hillman's there. He gets a hold. So it works in the favour of the Colac Tigers. Forward of the centre circle, Luke Hillman has it. Handballs are terrible to Gorwell. Back to Hillman. Then he's got to just quickly kick inside 50. Lang use the body and then put the tackle on. Keep the pressure. And just keep an eye. Kirsch has Lang gone forward. We did speak to Rowan McSparron in pre-game about where Lang might play. They might need a goal or 7 from him.
Tapped down by West, roving Marcus Thompson clears for Leopold, but he's put it straight on the chest of Zybell, who was playing a kick behind the plate. He marks. He'll go laterally with the kick to Malikan, who's just forward of the centre circles, which is a rare sighting there for him. Cut back inboard, right foot kick, driving ball to the pocket, wanting Dustin Walters flew, couldn't mark. Off the hands of the pack. It's out of bounds for a boundary throw-in in the left forward pocket. Need to find something. The Tigers only trail by 10, but Leopold are ensuring there's nothing easy going inside forward 50, a little bit like what South Barwon did to St Mary's yesterday. Ball back into play. West won the tap down. Nick Garner went to ground at the tap down. McQuay attacked. Burgess put his head over the footy. Marcus Thompson through traffic trying to barge his way through. Gorwell laid a wonderful tackle, and that is holding the ball. Marcus Thompson arguing with the umpire that he had every opportunity. Well, he didn't have the opportunity to get rid of it as after being tackled. And then when he did free the arms, he got a handball away. So he's not happy, but Matt Kershaw, you're happy with the decision?
Oh, he did go through a fair... He took some meterage and he had an ample opportunity, I think.
Lee Gorwell, massive kick in the context of the game. 40 metres out, starts it right, and that's where it stays. Through for a minor score. They're now 3 goals 8. Gorwell with a minor score. First score of this third quarter comes 4.5 minutes in on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. They are now 3-8-26 Colac. Leopold 5-5-35.
Ollie Tate kicking duties this time for Leopold, directing traffic. He runs his full measure and...
ran too far?
No, it wasn't high. Well, it maybe was. I don't know. Free kick.
So umpire with a whistle.
Semantics.
Don't give the umpire an opportunity to make a decision.
Harris Jennings gets it to pitcher, who goes, no, Zybell, yes. That'll do. One hand, left hand, right hand. Hamlet hanger from Zach Zybell at centre half back. Wants to drill it out towards centre wing. Jamison and Dustin Walters to run onto it. Dustin, if it sits for him, he's away. But coming at it was Burgess. Girani Jamison off the ground. Inside 50 now for Colac. Wrapped up, holding the ball. Great play by Aaron Walters. That can't be play on, can it? Yes, it can. Oh, now he's called holding the ball against Luke Hillman.
Hillman took the advantage.
So he did.
Hillman took the advantage and the umpire paid it.
Free kick. Leopold, back pocket. Daniel Pitcher.
Cue the Benny Hill music here at West Oval.
Posure, someone please.
To half back, Noffy will look to fly against Julin. Went with the one hand, couldn't mark. Ball at ground level. Giddings tried to knock it away from Parkhouse. Interesting tackle laid by Giddings. Ball spilled out the back. Williamson ground level, and the intensity's just gone up a notch. They know what's at stake. A spot in a preliminary final. Giddings, Zybell fisted forward, bouncing ball. Tate's been a cool head in a crisis this afternoon at times for Leopold. Kick to the leading of Wagner. Good ball from behind Jared Walters. Justin took it off the front of the pack and burst away with a bounce. He'll look to have a second. He runs to 49, drills the ball, holds in the breeze. Good defensive spoil. Simpkin Sheen on the line, couldn't get a boot to it. And it's through for a minor score. Gee, he ran his full measure there. Justin may have run too far. And it's going to be a behind to Leopold, a rushed one. 5-6-36 the Polders. The Tigers are 3-8-26. Third quarter, K-Rock Barwon food scoreboard.
So Cody Spokes kicking it in for Colac. Plays on. Goes to 50 with the kick, dangerous to Hawker. Showed a lot of it to Justin. Oh, wow. Thought it was a pretty good punch away from Luke. Justin.
Oh, he just clipped him a little bit. No, he's not well.
Little ear massage.
No, not have been.
He's not well because they were waving.
I think it's his
no.
ankle, actually. He fell down on his knee or his ankle.
One of the Colac boys was waving to the bench like...
Looks like he's got gout, actually, when he gets up.
He's going to have to try and give a handball
He
off.
does. He does to Spokes, and now he has to come back.
You have to do it again.
Because he wasn't behind his mark.
He won't be able to kick it.
So Simpkin runs the other way and gets it from him. So now they're away from defensive 50 towards centre wing, getting back there. That's a great mark picture. He went back into Dustin Walters and just put his hands up, took the grab on centre wing.
That was a strong mark.
What is it with Colac and injuries in finals?
Hamlin Hanger contended. Short ball. Wagner had it knocked away by Lockie Simpkin. He receives a handball back, tried to get it forward. Jamison spun out of the Sam Scott tackle. Kick towards half forward. Hillman flicked it wide. Ball on the bounce. Chance to go inside 50. Snap around the corner. Bouncing ball. Adam Garner can't get out of his own way, unfortunately. Taken by Jet Matthews. Garner, the tackle, brings him to ground. We'll get a ball up left forward pocket. Colac in attack. Well, we're going to get another low-scoring arm wrestle. We suspect 50-odd points might win this game. Tapped down by West. Wonderful roving Bailey Scott for Colac. Kick towards the left forward pocket. It's out of bounds on the full. Just couldn't get enough bend on the snap as he pulled it across his body. Free kick to be taken in the right back pocket by Harris Jennings.
Down to Birchie too. Aaron Hawker has been carried off the ground with an ankle.
Yeah, this is not looking good at all for Aaron Hawker. He cannot put any weight on that leg at all, and it's almost like he sensed something's happened straight away, whether he's really hurt the ankle or there's even a break in that lower leg, because he's in a lot of pain, and they've had to carry him off.
All right, Birchie, comedy capers happening in front of the Colac goal. They've absolutely blown an opportunity. Leopold turned the footy over at the top of their defensive goal square, and they just couldn't get a free shot at goal. Colac went to go off the ground, Dustin Walters, and was paid for in danger or similar, and Trent Thompson with the resultant free kick sends it outside defensive 50. Jennings from 3 deep against Garner. That won't help his back. Cross had it stolen. Smart, great tackle. Burgess dragged him to ground. McQuay knocks it to own advantage. Noffy takes him out of bounds. High will be a free kick to Jel McQuay against Tev Noffy. Burgess and Lang getting to know each other. And McQuay, who's come off his mark, called to play on. Danny's turned it over, has he? Wagner knocked it away from the intended target, Zybel. Zybel, though, the loose footy, pulls the kick into the left forward pocket. Tate attacked it beautifully, and he'll run away with the bounce. Ollie Tate, he'll straighten. He sees something he likes. West drop what he should have taken. Ball spinning away from him. Bailey Scott, wonderful tackle by the Undertaker. Oh, he buried Bailey Scott into the West Oval turf, and we'll get a ball up.
So a ball up. 5-6-36 Leopold. They lead Colac 3-8-26. Ball up. Zybel tried to get it down through the middle. Williamson's handball to the piano tuner. And Munich's finest goes inside 50 to looking for Giddings. McCormack comes the other way. Got one high, did he? No, we'll have to be holding the ball. Well, the umpire. Very lucky because he's either higher or holding the ball. And it's held in. And we'll have a ball up 50 out from the Leopold goal. So
working on Aaron Hawker in front of us, having a look at that left ankle very intently, the medical staff.
Ball comes out of defensive 50 for Colac, but straight to Ollie Tate.
We might look after Aaron Hawker, Birchie, because he's about 4 metres from us.
Goes inside 50, getting across. Lockie Simpkin takes the mark for Colac at defensive 50.
St John have got all our injury updates. So Hayes, Hawker, out of the contest you would suspect. And double fister by Scott, knocked it away from the intended target. In Bailey Scott, now Burgess kick inside 50, looking for a marking target. Melican brought it to ground, knocked it away from Giddings. Had a bit of a fit of the stumbles. Spokes to help him out. Try to don't argue. Out of 1, tackle out of 2. Then a left foot kick, which is an absolute cracker to outside defensive 50. Finds Hewland, who drives the ball to the wing. Wants Dusty Walters. He might have taken it. No, Jennings did enough to hassle him out of it, and it's out of bounds for a boundary throw in. Down to you, Birchie, just keeping an eye on all things injury-wise for St John of God. You have been kept busy.
Yeah, I think you've got a better view than I do. I tried to have a bit of a look, but there was quite a crowd gathered around that coaching box there, so it's definitely that left ankle region, and he's looking really despondent there sitting on the table, so that looks serious.
From the ruck contest, Tate got it away to Justin for Leopold, gives it to Wagner. He goes inside, we're looking for Patton off the back. Mitch normally good here. McCormack overran the footy, comes the back. Melican, he wants a clearing kick. McQuay coming the other way though was Burgess for Leopold, took the mark 50 from goal, and he will have a set shot in the left half forward flank. Big kick.
a tough kick.
Tough kick.
Right-hand goal, a left-hand goal post. Have to be.
So, Mitch Burgess, the margin currently 10 points. And McQuay stands the mark. 50 from goal. He's going to be kicking from 53. Comes in now, right foot kick. Gives it everything he's got. Top of the square. Oh, in the end, Giddings went up one-handed, but it was away to the right-hand side. Umpire's coming in. Don't know whether it's hit the behind post, whether it's out of bounds on the full, or whether it's behind. There's a press conference meeting of the minds with the umpires. It is one behind, so through for Leopold. And they go to 5-7-37. They lead Colac 3-8-26. Bowen Foods, K-Rock. Third quarter scoreboard.
Spokes runs from his defensive goal square, one side Bell, and he turned it over straight to the waiting arms of Giddings, who then caught one high from Zybell in the marking contest. And Giddings he's just copped an ear massage there, and he's very slow to get to his feet. Connor Giddings, I hope he's okay. But he's got the medical staff coming to him now. They are dropping like flies at the moment. The body's out on the ground. He's just composing himself, Connor Giddings. It'll be a long shot from a similar spot in the first quarter. Let's see if he's learned his lesson. He pushed that one to the right and through for a minor score. He needs to start it maybe left of the left-hand goal post and work it back with the breeze. This for a 17-point Leopold lead, which in a low-scoring contest, this kick would be worth gold for the men in green and gold. Well, they're wearing all white today. And the reverse strip is an absolute cracker against the very impressive Colac jumper as well. He'll kick from about 45, and he hasn't learned anything. He has stubbed his toe almost in kicking that to the right and through for a minor score. So they're frittering some opportunities to Leopold. Margin is 12. 5-8-38. Plays 3-8-26 on the third quarter.
Justin Walters with a Hamlin hanger. They're trying to move the ball as quick as they can, Colac. They get it way in the middle. Jared Walters kick over the top. Misses McCarthy, and then he comes back. He goes towards Zybell, who's wrapped up. So good pressure from Riley Stone. They drop the footy. Umpire said play on. McQuay gets away. Left foot kick. Lang gets away from Thompson over the back of the pack. Who's it going to fall for? Coming towards the top of the square. Marcus Thompson, of course. Handball over the top. Sets a bit of a task, though. Couple around. Oh, Reynoldsson very close to holding the ball. The umpire says play on. Punched away from the piano tuner. Now Bailey Scott wants to wheel around. Gives it away to Melican. What's he doing down there? Top of the square. It's all Thompson. Trent, can he take it? He wraps himself up in the tackle. Does pretty well. Darcy Lang over the top as well. And we will have a ball up top of the square for Colac. 10 metres out from goal.
Need to find a goal here.
It's just looks impossible, doesn't it, when it gets in there?
It's excruciating.
It is.
Ball in the air.
Someone do
west,
something.
Roving Wagner. He buries a kick towards centre half back, but Zybell coming up and marking about 48 metres from goal. Nobody stands the mark. They do now. Desnoy. There's a bit going on off the footy. Matthews going at it with Bailey Scott. Just getting to know each other a little bit better. Jet Matthews probably just said, you're not coming with me to the Leopold Sporties.
Nobody is.
Jet's going with no one.
Man on the mark, 45 from goal. Directly in front, Zybell kicking into the breeze. Would need to start at right-hand goal post. Kicks from 48. Gives it all he's got. It's a real helicopter off the boot. And it's off to the left and through for a minor score. Margin back to 11. 3-9-27. Mathematician's delight there for the Tigers. Leopold 5-8-38. 15 and a half minutes played on the third quarter. K-Rock Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Port Phillip Ferries. Daily commuter services from Port Arlington from only $13.50 per trip. Search Port Phillip Ferries commute.
Trent Thompson straight down the middle, but only as far as Cody Spokes, who's playing behind the ball at the moment. Goes to McCarthy laterally. Got McQuay on his outside. He goes there now. 65 from goal. Colac need a goal. He wants to draw McCarthy. They all say no. He just kicks the ball over the top to Smart. Oh, well, in the end it worked out okay because Andrew Pepper missed it. And Kane Smart will shoot for goal from 40 out, 45-degree angle.
They just still look panicky with ball in hand, Colac. Like some of the handballs they're giving to people under pressure. They're just transferring that pressure to someone else. Even McQuay's kick then didn't spin.
So Kane Smart has kicked one of Colac's 3 goals this afternoon. He needs to double his for the Tigers. He's not going to with that one. That is away to the near side and through for one behind. 3-10-28 Colac. Leopold 5-8-38. Barwon Foods K-Rock third quarter scoreboard.
Does anybody want to play in a prelim next week?
No one clearly at the minute. They're like giving each other the best looks at it. They just can't capitalise on the looks they're getting.
Tate runs from his defensive goal square short. Marcus Thompson will mark safely. He'll give a handball back to Tate. Tate confronted by Lang, but he just checks the kick. He might have turned that over in going for West. Good spoil Hewland, knocked into the path of Simpkin. Handball to McCormack, who gave it to Hewland, who gave it to Zybell. Zybell to McQuay. McQuay can give it to Ben McCarthy. Confronted by Tate. Step through the tackle. Ran to 40. Surely he can kick a goal here. No! Has missed to the right. Margin 9. Make that 3-11-29, Colac. Leopold 5-8-38. Oh, wow. We haven't had a goal in this third quarter, but we have had 7 behinds.
Imagine how the coaches are feeling, let alone us.
Neildy's sitting back. Keasty's sitting back. Robbo's sitting back. This is great.
Yeah.
So the ball in from Jet Matthews. And it's okay. Riley Stone takes the mark. At half-back in front of the best seats in the house, thanks to Apco Cafe 24/7. Riley Stone just wants to settle the play down. Colac are trying to move it at all costs, so now Stone into the middle. It's a good kick too. Oh, one hand. Jennings with the other hand, if you don't mind. Hamlet Hanger, he goes inside 50. Great kick. Out the back, 2 kicks. That's the way you do it, Leopold. And Connor Giddings, in fact, it might be the Undertaker. It is. It's the Undertaker, Will Sheehan, has a chance to kick a goal from 25 out, 45-degree angle at the northern end.
This will be deflating for Colac.
Oh, wouldn't it what?
This is what happens all the time, isn't it?
Every time.
4 minutes of play, can't kick a goal, and now the Undertaker. At the other end of the ground for Leopold 6. He comes in, right foot kick, he sprayed it too. So nobody wants to kick a goal. Kirsch, you can make some money out of this, I reckon, the way you're going. 5-9-39, Leopold Colac. 3-11-29, Barwon Foods K-Rock. Third quarter scoreboard.
It'd want to be good coin for me to go to Colac, though, and teach him.
Kirsch's kicking school.
Exactly.
Back in session.
Yes.
Spokes wants the corner. Gorwell spoiled away by Williamson. Gorwell then had to lay a tackle. Williamson going nowhere. Umpire says, give it to me. Oh, wow. I don't think Now, the first half of North Shore and St Albans was bad. But it was a howling gale.
Yes.
I don't know. Ball in the air. Tap down Maybaum. Roving by a man doing the ruck work. Josh Garner tried to take on the tackle, holding the ball, according to the umpire. Leopold to have a shot at goal. To the northern end, Maybaum will be the recipient and a chance to maybe kick a goal in a quarter that has gone more than 19 minutes on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. We've seen 8 behinds. This for, I reckon, the 9th behind of the quarter.
He misses. He misses.
Reverse psychology, I'm trying here.
No, he misses this.
To find a goal for somebody.
Unfortunately, he misses.
Oh, wow. Hang on a minute.
Well,
He's going to kick this.
We're trying something different.
He's going to kick it. He's going to kick
45 metres out. Rob Maybaum over the goal umpires. Paddy puts it.
Yes,
and they lead by 16. It's a game-high lead for Leopold on the third quarter. K-Rock. Barwon Foods scoreboard. Barwon Foods selling the freshest fish and the best freshly shucked oysters direct to you. Donga Road in North Geelong. Leopold kick their 6th of the afternoon and they move to 6-9-45. Colac 3-11-29. 20 minutes ticked over on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock.
Well, the reverse moz worked, but how do you reckon they got that free, they got a free kick from the tackle, but just prior to that was the turnover again. Yeah, kick in. Like, they're kicking it 35 metres and turning it over.
Back to the middle. Wagner tried to get away from McCarthy. Coming off the wing, Hewland as well. Put the tackle on. And it will be a secondary bounce in the middle.
And Kirsch, we were blaming the ground for, the quality of the game, but those decision-makings where you're trying to be too cute just has nothing to do with the
100%.
surrounding.
Josh Garner got it down, but Scott gave it away to Maybaum through the middle. Tate, his handball missed the target. McQuay thought about the handball, then took a bounce, then did give the handball over the top, back into the centre square. Hewland kicks it out wide, looking for Lang. It's a good kick too, made him run onto it. Scott stands the mark. He goes inside 50 with the kick over the head of Hillman. At the back of the pack, Matthews gives it away to Maybaum. He's going to be able to clear it for Leopold.
Long way from goal that he kicked earlier, and he drives a kick. It's a good ball too to Williamson, who went to handball to Wagner, but he just held it back. He's got the footy. Adam Garner still out on the ground. Aaron Hawker, he's no good. He's just in front of us, and that left foot ankle, he's got his hands on his head, and just spared Aaron Hawker. The kicks with McCormack inside defensive 50, gave it to Lockie Simpkin. Good tackle laid by Desnoy, forced the ball to spill out. They'll get a stoppage here, Leopold. My concern is for Colac. If Leopold kick one more, Colac then have to double their score to win the game in terms of goals.
Yeah, well, they've had a few opportunities. They should be a little bit in front, if anything, but of Leopold, they've missed a few as well.
Yeah, they have. Mayborn, handball, Reynoldsson dropped it in the tackle of Gorwell, deflects off the boot towards Patton. Patton taken in a really good tackle, Gorwell and Parkhouse ensuring, in fact, it's Sam Scott going nowhere, ball up right forward pocket. Northern end of the ground, Colac 29, trailing Leopold 45, first semi-final action, live on Carrick Football for APCO Cafe 24/7, win free fuel for a year.
Reynoldsson got plucked in the tackle there by Hewlin, so Hewlin will take the free kick at defensive 50 for Colac. Called to play on, gets around, left foot towards centre wing. That's a great one-hander from K-Rock's own. Jet Matthews has taken the mark on centre wing. And even Mum will like that one, Jet. And he comes up.
That might get him back at the table.
It might be too. He goes with the kick. Spokes over the back. Falls to the Undertaker. Gives it away by hand to Scott, who literally throws it up in the air for himself to take the mark. Desnoy comes in. He can't take it either. Still inside 50. Off a step, Stone towards the pocket. McCormack, big thump away over the boundary line defensively for Colac. We're going to have a boundary throw in.
This has been a tough watch. It'll be a short quarter with plenty of behinds kicked, not many goals, so we've gone nearly 23 on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Third quarter for Bowen Foods. Ball back into play. Tapped down Mayborn to do the roving. Williamson took it in stride and it was taken in a really good tackle by Malik and ensured that he wasn't going to go any further closer to goal, and we'll get another stoppage in the right forward pocket. And we've got a blood rule now. Brock Williamson, who is actually grabbing at a right ankle.
Yeah.
So we've got a blood rule called, but Brock Williamson is in a little bit of pain. So this would be a huge blow for the Polders if he finds himself with an injury concern ahead of a potential preliminary final next week. Medical staff with him. So we'll just get a stoppage for the moment. I think he is also the blood rule, Brock Williamson. So just he can't put any real pressure on that right ankle now. He's trying to break into a jog, just trying to shake it off and get from the ground. So we'll keep an eye on him, Birchie, as he comes towards you for St John of God.
Yeah, the concern with that tackle was when he was grabbed, he pulled backwards, and so all the weight would have been going through that ankle.
And the crutches have come out for Aaron Hawker, unfortunately. So you would think that he would need everything to go right. First, starting with Colac getting moving to be playing next week. They're hoping to have Simpkin, Rennitz, Monaghan among those available next week. Ball in the air, players resumed. Tapped down Mayborn, did his own roving left foot kick, was smothered by Ben McCarthy. Ball still bobbling in the right forward pocket. Be another stoppage as bodies fall on the footy. 6:9:45, Colac 3:11:29, 24 and a half minutes almost played on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock, third quarter action.
Josh Garner got it down, but then he gave the tackle away. He put the tackle on Mitch Patton. Mitch Patton didn't have the ball. And so, number 5 to number 5, Mitchie's got the free kick. And he will shoot for goal from about 30 metres out. 45-degree angle at the northern end. He's kicked 2-2 this afternoon. His own personal Desmond. And he is now going to... And I'm not even going to look at the goals. I've got the peepers on him. He will tell me straight away whether he's kicked this or not. The 7th for Leopold. He comes in and... he's kicked it. No, he hasn't, because he's then turned around and went, what the hell happened there? And I've missed it. 2 goals, 3. His personal tally. He cannot believe he was away. 6:10:46 Leopold, Colac 3:11:29. Bowen Foods, K-Rock, third quarter scoreboard.
Spokes runs his full measure and drives it towards the outer wing, looking for Adam Garner. Got his hands on the footy but couldn't take it. Knocked away from Malikan. Burgess trying to palm it towards Noffy. Noffy through traffic, gave it to Wagner. Piano Tuner gives it back to West, who gave it back to Wagner. Wagner turns and kicks towards right half forward. Mark taken by Thompson. The skipper's got it for the Polders, but he's a long way from home, making about 70 metres as he kicks. Sends a kick to about 30 metres out. Coming up, Simpkin had it spoiled by Giddings. Simpkin does the roving though, gave it to Parkhouse. He jammed it on the boot to the outer wing. Went through Aaron Walters, rolls out the back. Tate's been fantastic, but not there. Dustin Walters laid a really good tackle. Stiff not to win a free kick. West, stiff not to be paid a free kick against either, as a good tackle was laid by Hewland. And we will get a ball up true centre wing, out of side, with Leopold leading by 17. 26 minutes gone, third quarter. This Bowen Food scoreboard showing the Polders 46, Colac 29.
Josh Garner gets it down at Rove by K-Rock's own. Matthews gives it away to West to the piano tuner. Wagner goes with a right foot kick off a step. Stone goes up, can't take the mark off the back. Marcus Thompson, he can't take it either. Simkin comes the other way, falls in the arms of Harris Jennings. Left foot kick around the corner is good to Scott. And he takes the mark just inside 50, wants to play on quickly. He gets it laterally to Mitchie, goes up, takes the mark in front of Parkhouse. Way too easy.
Way too easy.
And Mitch Patton will shoot for goal from 40 out, slight angle, and it will be a chance for his third, the seventh for Leopold.
Well, the bigger question is, how did Parkhouse get the match-up on Patton? Where did they lose the defender in transition for Parkhouse to be the main defender? He was miles off him.
Lee Gorwell not moving well, I reckon, with that left calf heavily strapped.
Patton kicks this one. Don't worry about that. He didn't muck around this time. He's third of the afternoon. The seventh for Leopold, and they extend the lead. They go to 7-10-52, and they lead Colac 4-11-35.
There's a little shift everywhere, even the little one-on-ones, the 50-50s, the contest, the uncontested ball. Leopold are just starting to win all of those, and they're starting to win around the stoppages as well, because Colac have been pretty competitive in that area, but they're just starting to get on top in all those little key performance indicators, and particularly the contested ball, which has been the Achilles heel of Colac in the last couple of weeks.
I reckon Lee Gorwell's not moving overly freely. Keep an eye on that. They might be down to just one on the bench. Keep an eye, and with Adam Garner also struggling, this could open up in the last quarter. Back in the middle, Reynoldsson fired a handball out to Wagner. Wagner put it into the path of West. Ben McCarthy to keep him company. Laid a good tackle. West can't release the footy. Trying. Umpire says, give it to me. I'll ball it up at right half forward. 7-10-52. Leopold Colac 3-11-29. Shadows of three-quarter time.
Ball up. West gets it down. The piano tuner ripped into the ground by Scott. Wagner will get up with the footy. Umpire ball it up at right half forward for Leopold. Zybelt straight to Wagner. His kick was partly smothered. And pack develops. Bailey Scott goes in, puts the tackle on. Sam Scott. And we'll do it all again at right half forward. West gets it down. And gets it back as well and gives it away by hand to Reynoldsson, who just tumbles the punt inside 50. Falls to the back for Giddings to tap it onto himself. Can he get around? That's a great tackle from Jared McCormack, and that has hurt Connor Giddings, who's nearly run into the goalpost. And he is still down. It's through for a behind. So they go to 7-11-53. They lead Colac 3-11-29, but we'll keep an eye on Connor Giddings in the goal square as well.
He's slow to get to his feet. He's still down on his haunches. The ball's got to the wing for Colac. Pitcher did okay in the contest. Actually, no, he didn't. It was a push against Dustin Walters, who's got it. He'll look to come into the corridor to Jared Walters. Just got it there. It was touched on the way through by Sheehan, so no mark paid. Umpire gives it to me. Even the little things like that.
Yep. Small things.
It's been tough for Colac today. Haven't helped themselves just with hitting targets and doing it precisely. Tap down West. Roving Lang, who's come back onto the ball. Handball released to Bailey Scott. He gave it off to Hewland. Hewland on his left. Sends it towards half forward. Oh, Josh Garner just mowed over the top of Ollie Tate. But that was because Tev Noffey gave the push. And Josh Garner is going to have a shot after the siren. But the man on the mark will be 53 from goal. So Josh Garner will be hoping that somewhere on his family tree belongs Malcolm Blight.
Let's hope he's been practicing some torpedoes, Kingy.
Well, it could be a big moment. If he could launch onto one and just get it through, he gets on. Oh.
What's happened?
No, he went off his mark. So play on was the call, and that is three-quarter time. A third quarter that they can wipe off the tape.
Yeah.
And one not to remember.
Delete
2 goals kicked. Yeah, hit delete. Get that scrubbing tool out.
Yeah.
7-11-53 Leopold. 3-11-29 Colac. And Leopold have 1 foot in a preliminary final.
in really dangerous spots of the ground that Leopold have been able to repel and then slingshot into their forward line. And you can see that Colac gets so high up the ground that if they turn the ball over, Leopold are out the back, and Mitch Patton on several occasions has got the ball out the back. So Colac, I don't know if they can get back into this game the way they're playing. They're going to have to change something up. They can't take any more risks because risks is not working for them. So they're just going to have to try and hold a bit of possession, get a bit of composure, and just take their opportunities if they're to get back in this game. Leopold, on the other hand, I reckon they just need to kick the first and the game's over.
Thank you for that, Kirsch. Matty Kirsch on the Expos chair for the Sporting Globe. Geelong's home of the finals. We go down to Jane Birch for Geelong Sports Medicine Centre, standing alongside Gary Hocking.
Thanks, Kingy. I do have Buddha Hocking here. Well, Buddha, you've got yourself into a perfect position at three-quarter time, 4 goals up, but it's certainly not the time to go back into your shell. 30 minutes of footy. Both teams want to get to that prelim final, so you've urged the boys to keep attacking and get that ball moving forward.
Yeah, I think just live play, handball forward rather than sort of handball back tends to go back to them. So quick kick or handball forward, we can get onto it. This time of the year, we're prepared for this from a leg speed point of view. That favours us. And then we've gone back to contest, one percenters. Nearly talked about it yesterday, got them over the line, tackles, smothers, little blocks, like just a little fingernail in here, that sort of thing. And just get the layers right when the ball goes inside our forward 50 for their fast play. So hopefully that just knocks over the house of cards. So that's what we've talked about. Yeah.
Thanks so much, Porter. Good luck for the last term.
Final quarter's underway for Lifeline Geelong Giving Week. It's the last day of Lifeline Geelong Giving Week. Make sure you donate today, and the free kick at right half back in the hands of Colac, and it's Lee Gorwell with it.
So Gorwell now hesitates and wants to get around Tate. He chips the ball up. Dangerous kick to Walters. Aaron got a push in the back. The umpire said play on, cross away to Williamson for Leopold. Centre wing towards half forward with the kick. Left hand, Mitchie. Got all the tricks in the book. 55 out from goal. Goes towards the pocket. Overcooks it for Sam Scott. And it will be a boundary throw in left forward pocket at the southern end of the ground for Leopold.
It's quite unbelievable. Leopold haven't beaten Colac in a home and away game since 2018, but have basically owned them in consecutive years in finals.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? Colac just look a different side when they get to finals. It's simple as that.
Zybel won the tap away, rolls towards half back. Justin fired a handball back for Leopold to West, who gave it to Tate. Tate sees a lead coming, knocked away from Giddings, front of the pack. Bailey Scott had it knocked from his grasp. Riley Stone got one high. Had his head over the footy, and the umpires deemed that he copped one high. Might have been Jared Walters that collected him, and as a result, the free kick, in fact it was Josh Garner, and the free kick is going to go to the Frankston listed Stone. Played 4 games this year at the Dolphins, 14 games at Leopold, just the 3 goals, but a huge kick for him right now. This to make it a 30-point lead, and you would suspect put a line through Colac. Miss, and door still stays open for the Tigers. Man on the mark stands 35 from goal. He's just right of centre. Deliberate approach. Riley Stone will kick from 40 on its way, and he has missed to the left through for a minor score. So margin 25, 7-12-54 I should say on the final quarter. K-Rock, Geelong Lifeline Giving Week scoreboard. Colac 3-11-29.
Might be a handy point. Simpkin goes back inboard, looking for Walters at the front of the pack. Colac try and move it outboard towards Josh Garner. Has to go up. Would have got probably a free kick anyway if he didn't take the mark. His kick off the boot is absolutely horrendous to Rani Jamison, and it's out of bounds for a throw in. And that is the ball game for Colac at the moment, is just bad possession, and they can't get it moving. And it's now a boundary throw in for Zybel and West. At left half forward, Zybel gets it down at the back. Bailey Scott puts on the afterburners, but gets wrapped up by Burgess. Can he get rid of the handball? He can in the end towards the centre half forward position to McCarthy. They get it on the outboard now. Hewlin has to finish it. 40 metres out. He has kicked that into the arena.
Rubbish.
He has kicked
That's
that.
Not preferred for him though, isn't it?
He's a left footer.
Yeah,
so that's on his
right.
opposite side.
That's no excuse. He's put that into Church Street.
He doesn't get paid $800,000, so it's okay.
He would have done well to put him to Church Street. That's kicking it back over his head.
Well, that's nearly where it went.
More actually sort of towards Guthrie.
You're in a car park or something?
Wagner, Short, Tate marks. We're amusing ourselves here as
Yeah,
Tate
we are.
brings it to half-back. Burgess will have to sit and wait for it. McQuaid to provide the contest. It was a good spoil, but he only managed to knock it into the path of Pepper. Can Pepper keep it alive? No, according to the boundary umpire, as he tried to swing it around his body. He took it out of play. He didn't argue with it, Andrew Pepper. We're a goal umpire, boundary umpire down, I should say, as well. We lost one to a calf injury a little bit earlier.
I thought he lost his leg the way he was getting carried off.
That was a sniper
It
from
was,
the
wasn't
grassy
it? Yeah,
knoll
bit of
arrangement.
carry on, I reckon.
No, I think he was in a bit of trouble.
You've never done a calf?
I've done plenty of casts. Carry on like that.
Ball back into play. Falls out of the pack with Harris Jennings, who tries to take on Jamison. Jammed it on his boot, but only into the path of Bailey Scott for Colac. Uses the afterburners pitcher, slings him in the tackle. Handball. Harris Jennings knocked it into the path of Tate. Tate fired a handball to Thompson. Thompson with a cool head to a one-on-one. Giddings, good spoil from behind Parkhouse. Jennings front of the pack for Leopold. Handball over the top. The Undertaker to knock it to advantage. Corralled by Jared Walters. Handball release. Riley Stone. Oh, that's
clever.
classy. Kick over the top. Scott, will he get run down? Well, he should have held up. He's pulled that on the full across the face of goal. McQuay, good pressure. But really, in the end, Scott should have gone back, had a shot.
Yep.
Instead, he wanted to play on with the momentum and has missed everything, and the margin stays at 25 on the Lifeline Geelong Giving Week scoreboard.
well,
that's just the worst kick I've seen in GFL history, just
I can
about.
tell you what,
Angus
that's
Schulen's-
Angus Schulen's left foot. It's not much better than his right.
Kick on your right.
Burgess back in top of the square. Giddings at the back. From midair. From midair. Mitch Patton has kicked the Lambie's Tavern goal of the day. He did it last week as well. And Mitchy has kicked it from midair for his fourth of the afternoon. And he is just... he's one special talent, Mitch Patton. Oh, that's great play.
We've just seen Lambie's Tavern goal of the day and Lambie's Tavern worst kick of the day ever.
Yeah, so the ball came back in from a free kick to the top of the square. Connor Giddings was there, and Mitch Patton, just on the side of the pack, was able to put it through. 8-12-60 Leopold, Colac, 3-11-29. Lifeline Geelong Giving Week, K-Rock, final quarter scoreboard.
That sums up Colac's day. It really does, doesn't it?
6 minutes gone on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Zybel fisted forward, coming off half-back pitcher, was able to get away from Lang and jam it on the boot to a one-on-one. Scott, Jared Walters, who knocked it away from Scott. Scott, though, came hard at loose footy. Handball, he tried to get back to Tate. Good pick up off his bootlaces, but Lang, a good tackle. Ball knocked out in that tackle. He got it again, Tate, and then it was a jump ball situation. Tate and Zybel, and we'll get a ball up. Back in the middle. West rucked tirelessly today. The tap trying to put it into the path of Marcus Thompson. Slung as he tried to get a kick away. Fell for Wagner. He tried to get a handball to Williamson. Williamson tried to knock it to his own advantage. Wagner came again, freed the arms. Riley Stone. Oh, dumped. Big tackle. Umpire says, give it to me. Williamson, he's going to be sore and sorry at the end of this one. 6-day turnaround too. But some of these Leopold boys you would suspect. Now we've got a free kick going which way? Going to Leopold. Not sure what for. It's going to go to Marcus Thompson.
I think Cody Spokes might have said something with the umpire.
Trent West not sure either. That's his team.
Marcus Thompson to the pocket. Patton on the lead marks. Despite the best efforts of Melican, he'll go back and have a shot on his fifth. 52 for the season for Patton. And he'll have a shot that he's going to have to start, you would suspect, outside the right-hand goalpost and work back. If he's to be any chance. Been tough darts in front of goals for both teams. 8-12, 3-11. Patton is a freakish talent. 307 career goals from 138 career games, including today. From 48 metres, got close to the man on the mark, and in doing so, it's going to land in the square. She and Flew couldn't mark. Hands of the pack. Smart, the roving for Colac. Clearing kick. Jet Matthews couldn't mark, but he brought it to the front of the pack. Wagner, floating ball, but the piano tuner was off key and across the face for a minor score.
Oh, you're on today, Tom.
Margin is 32. 8-13-61. 3-11-29. 8 minutes played, Port Phillip Ferries time.
I like
Right
how
to the
King
end,
just
Kingy.
moved on pretty quick too. It's like, I just threw that one in. That's
You know
just
what?
like,
He's looked at himself and gone, I'm pretty happy with that.
pretty happy with that one.
Play on Spokes from fullback. Long high kick out towards centre wing. McCormack got one around the head. Umpire said play on. Yulin can't keep it in. And more of the boundary throw in. Centre wing on the other side.
Like the nerd in the Breakfast Club punching himself on the bicep. Anthony Michael Hall's character when he was pretty happy with something he did. That's how I felt.
So throw in. West shuffles his way to the front against Zybel. Tapped on. at the back, or Matthews dropped the head, and well, that should be holding the ball, and it is. Legal put a good tackle on, and he will take the free kick centre wing on the outer side for Colac. They need to move it quickly. And 32 down. No time like now. Play on at all costs. He goes with a right foot kick towards half forward. And both players down at the back there. Goes to Smart. He gets ripped off the football. Is that holding the ball? It is too. And Leopold will take the free kick. Inside defensive 50. And it's going to be the man with 2 first names, Luke Justin, to take it.
Jaron McCormack slow to his feet after that contest with Jai Cross. Where do you use McCormack now? Do you put him around the footy? Do you send him forward to provide something?
I think he's forward now, isn't he?
Justin, a long ball to the outer wing. Noffy out there. Giddings as well. Climbed high twice. Couldn't get his hands on it in the end. Sheehan did, but he was brought to ground by Spokes. And at true centre wing, we will get a ball up. 9.5 minutes gone. Port Phillip Ferry's time clock final term. Based on the scoring, we're going to get an early finish here at West Oval. And on a Sunday, nobody's upset with that. Giddings winning the tap down. Out of the pack, Sheehan trying to get it to Maybaum. Maybaum, who was dropped for this final last year and didn't get back in, will get to play in a prelim next week, we suspect. Lang, good tackle, Sheehan. Luke Justin was the other one who wasn't in the best 22. And points had a little bit to do with it at this time of year last year, but they're very handy additions. Into the air again, the umpire puts it. Zybel won the tap down. Newland next to the boundary line had no room to move. He's out of play and we'll get a boundary throw in. 8:13.61 Leopold. Colac 3:11.29. The margin is 32.
So a boundary throw in. Giddings in the ruck against Zybel. Over the back, Reynoldson. Lost in the tackle. Falls to McCarthy. High kick towards 50. Noffy in front! Noffy! Hamlin hanger! He had to do one today, and he certainly did. He went up over the back of McCormack and took the mark. So Noffy, right foot kick, back towards centre wing. Zybel goes up. It's just kick to kick at the moment. Colac back in now with the kick towards 50. That's better. Lowered the eyes, found Dusty Walters, goes around the corner into the pocket. They've turned it over, Jai Cross.
Oh dear.
For Leopold, easily takes the mark and will repel another attack for Leopold.
Is this the same team that finished 14-4? High kick, cross to half back, fly, Giddings up the hands of the pack. The handball of Thompson smothered by Ben McCarthy. Quick release, Bailey Scott out the side. Dory gave it, dragged down as he kicked Dustin Walters. Hillman there in a one-on-one. He was hanging on to Jai Cross. It'll be a free kick for a hold. Jai Cross with it. 25 from his defensive goal. An awkward kick towards the outer wing. Oh, Zybel got high, couldn't complete the mark. Cody Spokes at ground level, got a handball up to Zybel, who just hoofed it forward. Lands at the feet of Smart, deflected off his boots about 3 metres away into the path of Lang. Pitcher the other way. Maybaum got a handle on the footy. He was taken in a good tackle, Dustin Walters, but he was able to buy about 5 metres. Like a front row forward. Could do well in the Melbourne Storm lineup next week in their semi-final after, of course, being touched up by the Broncos on Friday night. And Ryan Pappenhausen, unfortunately, with that compound fracture. More surgery for him and more time on the sidelines.
Giddings got it down in the contest. Goes forward now for Colac. McCormack got it away. And the goal. Oh, is it a goal? It was in the end. Darcy Lang from the side. Jared McCormack gave him the ball. And he put the ball up high. It looked like it was going to go right of the goalpost, but it just worked its way back in. And he kicks his first of the afternoon and a badly needed one for Colac. Famous last words from the commentator. They go to 4:11.35. They trail Leopold 8:13.61. Lifeline giving week. K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
Interestingly enough, we spoke about how hard their goals have been to come by and their scoring opportunities, but interesting to note that they are ranked number 1 for forward 50 marks, and they've only taken the 2 for the day inside forward 50.
Sorry, it was Kane Smart who kicked that goal. Sorry. My apologies.
Margin 26. They were been tight in a pack there.
Yeah, it was.
Margin to 26. They go forward again, but Jet Matthews, judging it best off the boot, is marked at centre half back for the Polders, and it's got dark here at West too. Might be worth throwing the lights on. Matthews brings it to the wing. Burgess, his target stretches but can't mark. Lockie Simpkin there had it knocked from his grasp. Ben McCarthy runs into a Pepper tackle and he brings him to ground. We'll get a ball up. Been quite Pepper and Desnoy. Pepper's done his roll down back. Desnoy hasn't seen a lot of the ball this afternoon. A couple of the inclusions for Leopold. Trent Thompson's been good down back. Scott had the ball knocked away from him. Zybel then had the kick. That was Sam Scott. Back to Sam Scott. It went after Zybel kicked. And on true centre wing, we'll get a ball up. McQuay laying the tackle. Umpire says, give it to me. I will toss it into the air, and that's what he does. Seibel got high, grabbed it out of the ruck and then jammed it on the boot towards left half forward. Dustin Walters his target. Ball fisted away. Adam Garner leads the race to the footy. Ball bounces over the head of he and Trent Thompson. Thompson you would think would be too speedy for the moment with Garner being a little bit sore. Lang picked up the loose footy but got dumped by Thompson in a good tackle. And we'll get a ball up about 35 out from the Colac goal. Can they find one here? Get it back to 20 points. Breathe some life into this fading campaign. 14 minutes gone, final term, Port Phillip Ferry's time clock. It's Leopold by 26.
McCormack and Cross. Cross gets it down to Mayborn for Leopold. They get out of defensive 50, back towards the middle. West against Spokes. Now Desnoy through the middle. Handball over the top to Mitchie. Open 50, 55 from goal. He just puts it out in front of the goals and says, it hits the post. That is unfair. Drag him for that, actually.
Yeah,
that's not
off.
good.
Off you come, Mitchie.
4 goals, 4 for Mitchie this afternoon.
8 scoring shots for
Mitch. He
Mitch.
would have gone absolutely bananas if he had kicked that. 8-14-62 Leopold. Colac 4-11-35, 14 and a half played final term.
That's a terrible kick-in.
Mitch Patton 4-4, trails Colac 4-11, and it actually now might be Mitch Patton to eat into that Colac lead as he marks a kick coming into forward 50, 35 from goal directly in front.
Leopold are 8-14, and I reckon Leopold are 8-14 from scores from turnover.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be extremely high if we had that stat for the scoring shots from turnover.
Mitch Patton to kick more goals than Colac this afternoon at the 15-minute mark of the final term. Looking for his 5th. Man on the mark stands at 40 from goal. Let's see if he gets a run up right this time as opposed to a little bit earlier. He'll kick from 40, and that is an absolute shank that won't actually carry the distance. It'll bounce and York into the left-hand behind post. We'll get a boundary throw-in. You prefer him doing the snap or the outside of the right boot or something. He just can't seem to get good purchase on his long kicking.
I have noticed his run-up today, he's been a bit stuttery and too close to the man on the mark.
Boundary throw-in. Zybel gets a big left fist towards the boundary line. Hewlin on his right foot this time around the corner. Oh, good mark. Ollie Tate.
He's been good.
He's been very good in front of Aaron Walters.
Can he go back-to-back Leopold's 40s?
He's been, from start to finish, he's been superb today.
So Tate, right foot kick, high, inside 50, big pack there. Zybel in the middle. There's been some great marks this afternoon. That's another one from Zach Zybel, who has tried his absolute hardest all day, the ruckman. Left foot kick, showing all the skills. McQuay can take the mark and run. He just kicks it on the outboard to Lang, who picks it up, can give it to Smart by hand. He can get it on the outboard to McCormack. Open between him and goal. 40 out from goal, and he has missed that well and truly. In fact, he has kicked that out of bounds on the full. And that is just Colac's day in a nutshell. Right there. Open goal square, nobody in front of him, and out of bounds on the full.
And he's a skillful human too, so...
Trent Thompson, left back pocket, just a high ball to half back. Big fly Noffy off the hands of the pack. Quick kick inside 50. McCarthy, a floating ball. McQuay fisted away from him by Pitcher. Burgess trying to knock it to advantage and use his foot speed. And he'll run away from Jared Walters. And he's away, Burgess, with a bounce. He'll have a second bounce. He'll run past us with a third bounce. He'll have bounce number 4. Shepherd from Pitcher with 5 bounces. Make it 6 bounces. Phil Manasseh-like. Now a kick to the top of the square. Sets it up. Wanted Giddings. Couldn't mark. Should have had a shot, Burgess, and finished off. Could have kept running. Chance here for the Tigers to clear, though. Garner. Handball wide. He finds Simpkin. Simpkin the low kick. Just at the bootlaces of Scott. Pressured by Marcus Thompson. Ball not coming out. Ball up. Mitch Burgess could have kept going.
He should have had a shot.
He was unselfish.
Yeah.
He did all the work. He could have had a 7th or an 8th bounce and drilled it, but decided not to. Margin stays 27.
50 out from goal. Zybel takes it out of the ruck contest. Breaks free at the back. Right foot kick towards centre wing for Colac. Over the back, Tate. His handball forward to the footy. Coming at it, Jet Matthews threw it to Marcus Thompson. He got it out to Pepper in the middle. McQuay comes across, got a hand to it. Well done at the centre half back. His handball missed the target. He might try and get it himself. Comes back in the end towards Josh Garner. He loses in the tackle. Giddings, he threw it out. Did he throw it? Probably.
Did he throw it or was it just
dislodged?
Dislodged, yeah.
Free kick goal at centre half back for Colac.
Yeah, they're done, unfortunately. The Tigers, second straight year, a straight sets exit. That's Justin coming through and knocking it away from Simpkin. A poor handball, but Bailey Scott butted up. Handball that he gave to Ben McCarthy. Spokes had to come in and help out. Fit of the fumbles, and now he goes to ground. Justin tackles him, holding the ball. Oh, wow. It's been tough. Oh, now the kick adjusted. He's kicked it straight to Parkhouse. And Spokes is down in the middle. Maybe Pride dented. Kick wide. Parkhouse wanting Bailey Scott, who marks on his chest. He's tried hard. Bailey Scott. Spokes, though, actually now getting to his feet for St John of God. Bailey Scott with the footy. Outer wing. Driving a kick towards a marking target. Aaron Walters. It's fisted away out of bounds. Boundary throw in. Noffy knocks it out of play. St Mary's and Leopold it'll be in a prelim. Unless Colac find 5 goals and Leopold do nothing over the next 10 or so minutes. But right now, it is all Leopold on their way to the final 3 in consecutive years.
Boundary throw in, which went sideways. Even the boundary umpires has finished for the day. I think he's had enough.
Well, they've been one down too as well.
Yes,
Their
they have.
rotation. So
Yes, grassy knoll stuff earlier on. Now the ball in. Well, Zybell, who has been great for Colac all day. Left foot kick, top of the square. Garner goes up one-handed. Thompson, Smart comes at it. Noffy passes it. Smart now, left foot kick. Missed it in the tackle. Jared Walters tried to get the handball out. Comes free. Thompson from mid-air. Marcus over the head of Reynolds and has to go back. He taps it on intelligently to the Undertaker. He gets through some traffic. Off for one step, the piano tuner goes towards centre wing and finds Brock Williamson.
look at Patton tearing back inside defensive 50. He puts it into the path of Patton. Patton marks, tucks it under the arm, cuts onto the snap. Snaps goal number 5. Leopold off to the prelim.
Look at Mitchy Patton go.
Margin 33. Patton with a Lambie's Tavern goal of the afternoon contender. They got him on the outer wing. Melican got sucked to the contest. He had to go. And Mitch Patton said, well, you go. I'm going out the back and I'm going to kick my 5th. And Leopold on the final quarter. Lifeline Geelong Giving Week scoreboard. Moved to 9-14-68. Colac 4-11. 35.
I'm pretty certain he was thinking about his celebration in his head when he took that mark because he was just, as soon as the ball got in his hands, he was thinking, oh, I'm done here. I've absolutely got him cooked. And he did. I love him, Mitchy Patton.
Surely Leopold Sporty's going to Mitchy Patton. Sorry, Birchie.
No, I had him already, and then he did that mung kick, and I thought I can't give it to him on the back of that. So I'm glad he kicked that goal.
Zybell goes inside 50 for Colac. McQuay gets the handball away, but at the back, Pitcher just happy to see it through for a rush behind.
You know what, Janos? I reckon he's got one more in him as well.
Well, if he does, he'll actually have scored more than Colac.
Yeah, he's definitely got one more in him.
He's on fire if they get it down there.
He trails Colac by 2 points.
Yeah.
He's 5-4, they're 4-12. In a final, that is unbelievable. Right back pocket, the ball marked by Justin. He'll drive it long. Cross, Noffy, Sheehan. Take your pick, they all fly. Sheehan kept his feet, tried to knock it to advantage. McQuay. I've actually liked the game of Joel McQuay today. Seen a lot of the footy this afternoon and tried his backside off. He's one they'll persist with going forward. 9-14-68, 4-12-36, margin 32, 21 and 3/4 minutes played as we bring a big festival of footy to a finish here at West Oval.
Comes off the chest of Zybell. Simpkin tried to tap it on. Goes forward to Scott. He gives it at the top towards Williamson, who's got a turn of speed, can run in front. 40 out from goal, open goal square, and has missed. Drag him.
He's fried him.
Mitch wasn't happy either because he had Melican on the lead then.
So 9-15-69 Leopold. Colac 4-12-36. Lifeline Geelong Giving Week K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
Is Melican running from his defensive goal square full measure and then driving it to the outer wing. Target is Ben McCarthy. He'll find it after going to ground was Riley Stone. He got it on the bounce and now we'll send a kick to half forward. Hillman comes up, marks. Yeah, but he's a long way from home. 75 out from goal. He just sends it into the pocket. A high ball. Big ask for Adam Garner with a dodgy back. Front of the pack, Smart, who's kicked a couple this afternoon, including one in this second quarter. Well, I suspect if Kane Smart was to be Colac's leading goal kick, you would hope he'd kick 6 or 7 and have others around you. But when he's only kicked 2 and their leading goal kick up, very hard for them.
So, boundary throw in. Get the back Giddings, tried to take it out, couldn't do so. Comes to Wagner. He's chopped off, though. Hillman it was, who has kicked the goal. So, from the front of the pack, Luke Hillman has kicked his first of the afternoon. And a couple of claps from the Colac faithful.
Not many.
Maybe they've hit the road already, have they? I don't know. But that is the 6th for Colac this afternoon. Well, it's actually, no, it's the 5th. 5-12-42 They trail Leopold 9-15-69, Lifeline Giving Week, K-Rock. Final quarter scoreboard. We played 23 and a half minutes in this final term.
Laurie Hill knew something. He tipped Leopold by 30.
Oh, well done, Loz. Good work.
Back in the middle, West in the middle. Oh, get him off the ground, I reckon. 6-day turnaround, and you're home. Ball towards centre-half forward. Little Gaelic to himself from McCarthy. He gave it to Bailey Scott. Handball into space. Lang to run onto it. Handball out the side door. Hewlin tight in the right forward pocket. The snap to the goal line. Noffy the fifth. Oh, volley out of mid-air. Wonderful finish. And the goal kick, Ben McCarthy or Dustin Walters? Dustin Walters it is. And they've pulled the margin back to 23 on the K-Rock final quarter. Lifeline Geelong Giving Week scoreboard. Donate to support local people in crisis. And that is something special there from Dustin Walters as he kicks his second of the afternoon. And that moves Colac on the scoreboard to 6-12-48. Leopold 9-15-69, 24 and a half minutes. They would need a lot to go right over the next 4 or 5 minutes. Kirsch, I think they're hoping against hope, but fighting it out till the end.
They are, and you've got to admire that. Maybe a little bit of cue in the rack stuff for Leopold as well, which always happens in a game. But Zybel, for the last 2 goals, has tried to get his team lifted with a bit of spirit. So we know he's going to give his all for the next 5.
So in the middle, West gets it down. Scott, free kick hold. Leopold, Sam Scott will take it. Right in the middle of West Oval. He's going to drive the Lions long inside 50. In front, McCormack handballed it for Colac and got it quickly through the middle. That's a terrible kick though. Just sat up Bailey Scott, just sat it up and easily for K-Rock's own Chet Matthews, who he might get a feed. Let's see.
Goes wide. Tate, who's been massive this afternoon for Leopold, short to Trent Thompson, who's made a tidy return down back. That's a very good group they've put together of defenders. Cross, Noffy and Thompson as the keys down back with Jennings. His kick was hacked out of mid-air by Zybel. He got a good piece of it that bounced into the path of Dustin Walters. Walters turns and kicks inside forward 50. It's 2-on-1. Hillman couldn't get at it. Matthews just kept him interested as Noffy marked, although, Shepherd has been paid against Jet Matthews, so it'll have to come back, and Hillman will go back quickly and try and make the margin 15. Do they stay alive or are they going to run out of time? I suspect they're going to run out of time, and Hillman has to kick the goal too. Man on the mark stands about 40 out. Hillman will kick from 45, sends it on its way, got a good piece of it, and his goal. They're back to 15. Are they a sniff as they move to 7-12-54? Leopold 9-15-69. They kick 3 consecutive goals for the first time this afternoon as they pull the margin back to something a little bit more manageable, but time is against him as we approach 27 minutes played on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Daily commuter services from Port Arlington from only $13.50 per trip. Search Port Phillip Ferries. Commute 7-12-54, 9-15-69.
I think it'd probably go maximum 30 this quarter, so we're still looking at 3 and a bit minutes. The way they're playing, it's impossible, but who knows?
West gets it down to Thompson. The old firm get it forward again. McCormack off the back for Colac. Falls towards Mitchie again. He tries to tap it in front of Malikan. Malikan worries him out of it and the ball over the boundary line. And we'll have a throw in about 35 around from the Leopold goal.
Margin at its greatest was 34. Back to 15. Leopold find one more and it is game over, but if Colac can stream it to the other end and get within 9, well, who knows? Ball back into play. West front position, double palm down. Marcus Thompson, a kick to about 25 from goal. Set up for a fly and a mark over the top. Giddings got high and took the grab. Hamlin Hanger contender from Connor Giddings. They're fun to watch with the ball in air. In fact, it's Harris Jennings who's taken it. Sorry, apologies, gone forward and taken the mark. So Harris Jennings, man on the mark, stands 25 from goal. And Jennings, this will do the game in because he'll take all the time that he needs to have a shot. Harris Jennings. Just the 3 goals this year from 35 metres out. Has missed. Margin 16. Harris Jennings. playing game 48 this afternoon. Game 50 would be a grand final if they were to get beyond the preliminary final, as Spokes go straight down the middle of West Oval.
And they were yelling for Zybell, and they went in that direction, but he got about 3 Leopold players around him because they all knew they were going to get Zach Zybell. There's about 15 players around this ruck contest already. They were all standing there. So just 4 to the centre circle for Leopold. Oh, gee whiz, Giddings comes down very hard. Keep an eye on that in the middle as well for the Lions. Pepper at the back. He's got a sore arm, I think. Goes towards the Undertaker, punched away by Parkhouse. Power Tate, fantastic. Towards the Undertaker. Williamson just falls over the crucial stage, past Lang. Now the ball back to Parkhouse, back to Lang. He's inside 50 now, coming out Mayborb. Gets it back to the Undertaker, right on the boundary line. Breaks free, runs towards goal. Right foot kick with the outside of the right boot. And through for one behind to Will Sheehan. 1 goal, 2. His personal tally. They get a 9-17-71. Leopold. Colac 7-12-54.
Long ball from Melican, marked by Zybell. Takes off from the man on the mark and then just chips a kick over the top. Looking for a marking target. Josh Garner spoiled away. Cross falls at the feet of Hewlin. Hewlin with a barrel to centre half forward. Noffy judging it best off the boot. Has taken the mark, and he says, I'll just slow things down as we approach 29 and a half minutes played on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Noffy sends it very, very wide, but he's found a marking target in Jennings, and Leopold have booked a berth in a preliminary final. Colac's dream of a first flag since 2014 will extend to a decade. And Leopold, they'll meet St Mary's in a preliminary final next Saturday afternoon at Memorial Park. The Polders, 9-17-71. Too good for Colac, 7-12-54. Preliminary final coming the way of the Polders. The first semi-final is done and dusted, and we've got 2 games left to decide the Blood Toyota Premier for season 2023. Fifth quarter underway thanks to the Sandman Mattress Factory. Sleep better with the Sandman's locally made 2-sided mattresses made to outlast any other. Matt Kershaw in the expert's chair for the Sporting Globe. Have Leopold got the potential to get through St Mary's next week, or have what they produced today only been good enough to get Colac out of the finals race?
Well, that's a good question, Kingy, and we're fortunate enough to have seen St Mary's firsthand yesterday into Leopold today, and Leopold certainly have got what it takes to take it up to St Mary's, that's for sure. They're getting themselves enough opportunity inside forward 50, and they've got some dangerous players up there, aerial marks, they've got the ground balls in Mitchie Patton, they've got the leading hit-up players, so they've certainly got enough variety to